Yo, and we back just like that. Yeah, like that. What's poppin'? Young Credentials in the building. We gonna talk this boxing stuff, you know how I do it. Post fight, Dead Ass B, Anthony Joshua, Carlos Takam. Kind of light. It was light. It was alright. It was alright fight. Oh, we gonna get into it. Yeah. We about to get into this. Listen, let's do the roll call because we got the people in the building already. At my streams, if you're new, if you haven't checked out my previous streams, what I like to do at the beginning and the end of the streams is see where you guys are from. I call it the Boxingego roll call. So when I say Boxingego roll call, you just let me know where you're from. City, state, zip, rep where you from. Boxingego roll call, let's go. Dodge City, Kansas. Chirac 312, Oakland, California. Toledo, Ohio / Oakland, Memphis, New Jersey, Zimbabwe in here, Milwaukee, Providence, Georgia, Savannah, H-Town, London, Bradford, England, Milwaukee, Compton, California, Charlottesville, Miami, Florida, New Jersey, Greece, Riverside, Chicago, England, London, England, Brooklyn, Chicago, New Mexico, Georgia, Las Vegas, London, UK, Lancaster, Yorkshire, you guys are going quick, Brooklyn, New Jersey, England, South Africa, Tucson, Arizona, Reno, Nevada, Greece, New Zealand. See, we everywhere, people. We worldwide, we represented worldwide. The real side. Bangladesh, Long Island, Omaha, Nebraska, Philly, Telford, Jersey, Palm Desert, Alabama, Bangladesh, Guatemala, Congo, Wales, Australia, Mars. We working. Let's get it. Now, if you're new to the stream, hit the like button. We have 278 people live in the building, live in the stream. You see we represented, we real boxing fans. We everywhere, worldwide. Antarctica, Bulgaria, Bronx, Scotland. Hit the like button. No matter where you're at, rep where you're from, and let's talk about this fight. Anthony Joshua versus Carlos Takam. The fight was decent. I mean, it's hard to live up to Joshua's last fight with Klitschko. That was a barn burner. That was probably, if not my favorite fight this year, is definitely top 3. I just, the reason I say if is because I have to think. There's a lot of good fights. It's been a great year, but it's definitely up there. I was doing some round by round tweetings, and first of all, let me start off with the particulars. Congratulations to Anthony Joshua. I think it was his 4th title defense. He successfully defended his title, right? And like I said, the fight was decent. Late replacement. Props to Carlos Takam. Carlos Takam outlasted guys like Charles Martin. I think Dominic Brazil. I don't remember exactly what round Joshua stopped Brazil, but off my memory, I would say it came maybe a little bit. He hung in there, but he was able to stop him. So Carlos Takam, last minute replacement on late notice, outlasted guys. You know what I mean? Eric Molina, Charles Martin, stuff like that. So I give him a lot of credit for that. He was very kind of herky-jerky, crafty. He's like at a cookout. You know, when you go to a cookout, there's bugs and mosquitoes and flies. He's like a pest. That's his style. Finds an exit, uses some movement, lateral movement, tries to offset you, stuff like that. So he made it a puzzle for Joshua. Joshua couldn't just do like he did Eric Molina and just pulverize him from the onset. Now, in my post fights, I like to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me know what y'all want me to start with, the good, the bad, or the ugly. You guys just drop the comments. Whatever I see, the most comments, good, bad, or ugly, just type good, bad, or ugly, and then we'll start talking about that as we break down the fight. Okay, just a couple more. Hurry up and type, hurry up and type. All right, people saying the bad. So we'll talk about the bad. The bad for me is this wasn't coming off of the Klitschko performance for me. It's not like AJ did massively wrong things, but this was not the performance I expected coming off the heels of the Klitschko fight. And the reason being, you beat Klitschko. He's the big dog, big boss, former champion, right? Only defeated in the last decade by Tyson Fury, right? And I really felt like Joshua's confidence should be at an all-time high, right? He also came in the heaviest that he's came in of any of his fights at the weigh-in. So to me, I'm expecting a guy on late notice. I'm expecting Joshua to probably put it together a little bit more fluidly. You know what I'm saying? So that was the bad for me. Like, the way Joshua was looking at his first 16 fights or whatever, is like, damn, nobody can even take his power. But Carlos Takam got hit with some flush, clean shots. And he was game. I mean, there was one stoppage, and to Takam's credit, very durable. He got up really quick, right? And I said this on my Instagram. This is my opinion. I don't care what you guys say. This is my opinion. And I told you I was picking Wilder to beat Joshua. But after seeing this to me confirms that. Y'all could say windmill Wilder and all this extra shit, but from what I've seen, and I like Joshua, I like what he represents, clean-cut dude, in shape, takes his craft serious, but I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. That's what I see. In addition, and I'm gonna show you my Twitter, because I was tweeting too. Wilder has more power than Joshua, to me. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm a big dude, but I'm not trying to get hit by either guy. They both have power. See, this is the thing. When I talk boxing, I speak from the heart, but also logic and what I see. You know what I mean? And people in this boxing game, it's like if you like Mayweather, you gotta hate Pacquiao. It doesn't work like that for everybody. I like Joshua and I like Wilder. So when I say these things, it's not that I'm throwing shade at the other person, or it's not that I'm saying Joshua has no power, because clearly he has power. But here's an analogy that I gave. On my Twitter, follow me on Twitter at Boxingego. I said, and for the record, in my opinion, Deontay Wilder has more power per capita than Anthony Joshua, just like David Lemieux hits harder than Triple G. That's my honest opinion. Like, that's my real assessment. And like I said, I'm not talking fundamentals, who's a better fighter, etc. I'm talking brute force. If I land, you die, you know, power. And in my honest opinion, Wilder clearly has more power, because Takam was taking some shots at various points, and the only thing produced was a shit stoppage and one knockdown, right? So I think maybe it's technique, maybe it's because y'all be talking about Wilder throws windmill punches or whatever. I don't know, but for whatever reason, when Wilder lands, you tend to see guys not get up, or they look very scrambled. Now let's talk about the ugly, because I thought the stoppage was some straight up bullshit. I thought it was a horrible stoppage. And like, when it comes to this boxing, I've been doing this so long, I'm starting to feel psychic. Like, no bullshit, not psychic like I could pick lottery numbers, but I just see this stuff coming a mile away type of shit. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show y'all, just so y'all see the timestamp, so you know it's not a game. It's not like something I went back and edited, right? Hold on, let me see. So, look at the timestamps. 2:47, I was complaining. The ref calls timeout for no apparent reason in round 5, right? At 2:47. So this is well before the stoppage, right? Well before the actual stoppage came. Look at 3:03. Look at my tweet. I hate this ref. LOL. 3:03. This was well before the actual stoppage came. And guess what? I tweeted all that stuff because I know that I've been peeped the referee and seen what he was doing, and I thought, like, I just see this shit coming, man. It's just like, you know, like movies like Blind Fury, motherfucker's blind and it enhances his other senses, his sense of smell, sense of touch. That's how I feel with this boxing shit. I'm trying to become like a sensei, and I just seen the ref was on some dumb shit for a while. That's why I tweeted that stuff well before the stoppage. Like, it was a bloody, horrible stoppage. Stoppage was ass. It was garbage, and that's all that could be said. First of all, I'm all about preserving fighters. They got to get back to their family. They got to continue to make a livelihood. It's very unfortunate when we see situations like Magomed Abdusalamov, Daniel Twitch, who else? Pritchard Cologne. So I'm not about that. Kovalev killed a person, right? Emil Griffin killed a person. Ray Robinson killed a person. So I'm not about that. I'm not trying to say like I don't want to see fighters make it home. And you know what I mean, their career's just done because they took such a beating. But the stoppage was just bullshit. You know what I mean? Because every couple rounds, the ref was like, kept going to the doctor. He was going to the doctor to check to see. And then the doctor would look at Carlos Takam for a few moments, flashlight and fingers, whatever the fuck a doctor does, the physician, the ringside physician. And then they would let him battle. And then Carlos Takam, he was pawing at it at certain points, like pawing at his eye, but he was with it. He was with the shit, and he was trying to make the most of it, right? And I'm a realistic boxing commentator. Carlos Takam, in my opinion, I didn't score it on paper, but I'm pretty good with scoring online. He needed a knockout to win. However, a bullshit stoppage like that, it doesn't matter if he needed a because it's the heavyweight division. What if he was able to get Joshua super tired and he got the knockout? But even still, if that's unlikely, you robbed a man of an opportunity to maybe even be the first person to push Anthony Joshua 12 rounds. Joshua had 19 wins and 19 knockouts, and he was a couple rounds shy of going the distance and being the first person, like Bermane Stiverne was for Deontay Wilder. So to me, that's a moral victory. That's a moral victory right there. Okay, you lost by a wide margin, but at least you disrupted it. You know what I mean? Just kind of like Malik Scott, what he did to Luis Ortiz. Ortiz was winning. He was winning the rounds, but he made Ortiz look bad. You know what I mean? So Carlos Takam, you robbed him of that opportunity. And a guy that shows that type of resilience, resolve, and durability, it's just the bad timing. It reminded me of Carl Froch versus George Groves 1. The ref had him in a headlock and all this bullshit, and he's like, no, and waved it. It's just like, why? You let the man fight for 4 or 5 rounds with a bloody face. They said Joshua broke his nose. His nose is bleeding. And he got hit with an uppercut, but he was still vertical, still standing. And the worst thing about it, what made the stoppage very horrible, right, was the sequence when it got stopped. Takam's on the ropes, and he's like rolling with it. He's rolling with the punches, and he's dodging the punches. And Joshua threw like 2 punches that didn't even connect. Well, I don't care if he broke his nose. He said it feels broken, so we're just gonna rock with that. But the whole point is Takam, when he's on the ropes, he was like deflecting and trying to dodge punches. So to me, that shows a man is cognizant. He knows where he's at. He knows what's going on. I'm gonna give you guys an example of the opposite. So this was a pride fight. The guy gets kneed so fucking hard, he's scrambled, and then he just starts walking away casually, like he's checking the mail or some shit. Watch, I'm gonna show y'all. Watch, now this is someone who doesn't know where they're at. Watch his knee. Oh, look, he just turned away and walked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, he wasn't ready. No. See, so when he caught that knee, he didn't know what the fuck. Look, bow. That motherfucker just walked away like he's checking the mail. Oh shit. Oh. A nail in the coffin. Oh my gosh. No, he wasn't ready. And look at the corner. Jumped him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So that what after this knee, watch him bow. He's like, all right, I'm done. Oh my god. So obviously it's a different sport, but it's a fighting sport. It's a combat sport, and y'all get the fucking point. Fucking point is, after he suffered that knee, he didn't know where he was, and you know what I mean, the fight, that type of fight could have been stopped because he just walked away like Mr. Rogers or some shit. Like what? And he turned his back. Like, so Carlos Takam wasn't doing that. So once again, if Carlos Takam is on the ropes dodging and trying to catch and shoot, all this stuff, you don't stop the fight right there. That's stupid. And like I said, you owe it to a man who took the fight on last minute notice in front of 70,000 fucking fans, 70,000 plus fans, and show true grit to stop it like that. You know what I mean? You got to let him go out and shield. Again, it's not about, Joshua said something like, oh, does Wales want to see him unconscious? Shit, show us, because he was nowhere near unconscious to me. So you show us that you could knock him unconscious. I mean, it's a brutal sport, but it's not even about that it would have definitely went that way. Based on that stoppage, I don't know. Maybe Carlos Takam would have been able to survive because he was very squirrely and very crafty. You know what I'm saying? So I thought the stoppage was very poor stoppage. Timing was bad. Like I said, you stopping it when the guy's like clearly evading shots. Shout out to Askier Hussein, $5 shmoney dance. He just donated $5 to the Boxingego movement. He said, I would like to see Carlos fight this side of the pond now. Yeah, and Carlos, that's the other thing. If Carlos Takam lost, you lost to a champion with 2 belts, the most belts at heavyweight right now. You know what I mean? So even if he pushed Joshua 12, that's something better for his resume. Like, yo, Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua, they both got power and I pushed them 12. But the ref stripped that ability. It's like, no, we're going to keep this knockout streak going. And I don't think that's right. Now, let me also add this. I'm going to add this to the equation. Eddie Hearn was saying they want to lure Deontay Wilder over to the UK. See, listen what I say, man. Now I'm about to get in that ass. Pause. Listen to what people say then and now. That's what I always say on my channel. And Eddie Hearn, they were trying to convince and coax Deontay Wilder to go to the UK, not for Joshua, but to fight Dillian White. So you look at that and you look at stoppages like that, then that's not going to be a great incentive to lure somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see those memes where it's like free tacos on the side of a creepy van because people love tacos? So you're like, oh, let me go see. And there's like ways to kidnap me. You have to make it sound enticing. To me, Eddie Hearn trying to lure Wilder, the champion, over to fight a challenger in the UK when the UK has refereeing like this, and they've had bad scorecards like Gabe Rosado, I thought he beat Martin Murray. Andre Durrell versus Carl Froch. You know what I mean? That's not going to really convince Wilder to want to do that. It wouldn't convince me. You know what I mean? Because I thought the stoppage was bullshit. Wilder hasn't got Takam's chin. How do you know that? Takam got knocked out before by Alexander Povetkin, a guy Wilder was willing to fight. And Takam, see, you talking about Wilder don't got Takam's chin. First of all, see, people like you don't know shit about boxing. This is the heavyweight division. You got guys who are 232 pounds to 260, 270. I don't really believe in chins. Like, obviously, yes, you got guys who are like maniacs, like Evander Holyfield or something, and they could just take a lot of punishment. But that's not really natural. That's not really natural. If a guy's that big is hitting you flush, then it's probably gonna hurt. Point blank, period. It's not the little baby booger weight divisions type shit where, you know what I'm saying, like certain guys' power stands out a lot more. This is the heavyweight division. Grown ass 6'6", 6'7". Tyson Fury's like damn 6'14" and shit. Big ass dudes. So you talking about he don't have Takam's chin. Another thing, if you knew shit about boxing, you gotta know Carlos Takam is 6'1.5". So the puzzle that he presents is different than the 6'7" champion named Wilder, who has more power. So okay, even if Wilder doesn't have Takam's chin, Takam don't have Wilder's 6 inches in height, and Takam doesn't have the power Wilder has. So it's a totally different fight. You, sir, don't know shit about boxing. Let's get it. And again, I don't know what type of chin Wilder, because I mean, it's not like he's getting knocked down every fight. He got buckled in the fight with Eric Molina and shit like that. But again, these are power punch. Eric Molina had an 81% knockout percentage when he fought Wilder. So they hit you, it probably hurts. Askier Hussein, another $5 super chat. It is not a great selling point to get Wilder to come over there. $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang, and I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. You want him to come over, you want Wilder to come over there to the UK, and they stopping fights like that? Hell no. Especially as champion. I understand if Dillian White was the champion and Wilder was the challenger, right? But that's not, to me, that's not a good look. That's not going to entice someone to want to, oh shit, let me come over to UK now. Me being the American. You're already in hostile territory. You got 70,000 people against you. Even the crowd, like that, it's a disservice to me, to the crowd too, to stop fights like that. 70,000 people, different levels of seats, different level of prices paid. Let them see the fight. No one said it was AJ's fault. That's you being emotional. I never blamed AJ for what the ref did. Like my tweet said, I hate this ref. It didn't say I hate AJ. But once again, you're emotional, so you put stuff like that. It's not AJ's fault. When did I ever say it was AJ's fault? Right? I never said that. I never said that. I'm not blaming AJ for what a executive decision made for a ref. But anyway, bottom line is the stoppage was terrible. Period. Now, in addition to the terrible stoppage and trying to lure Wilder over with stuff like that happening and potential scorecards that people can't agree with in boxing in general, right? I watched Dillian White versus Robert Helenius, right? And in that fight, I wasn't really impressed, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, Dillian White did his thing, he won. I mean, you guys let me know. I want to know, and then I'll tell you more of my thoughts. What did y'all think of Dillian White versus Robert Helenius? Was it an impressive performance or what? Because y'all, every time I speak my mind, y'all say, oh, you're being biased. So I want to know what you guys think first. He won via unanimous decision. What did you guys think of Robert Helenius versus Dillian White? Not impressive. Slow. And see, this is another thing. Since y'all know so much about boxing. Robert Helenius, who just had a very subpar fight, he fought Johan Duhaupas and got knocked out. KO, not TKO. He got knocked out by him. This is a guy who gave Wilder a tough fight. Let's click on it. This is a guy who gave Wilder a tough fight, but he was TKO'd by Wilder. So since y'all like triangle theory so much, so once again, the Dillian White fight with Robert Helenius, to me, it wasn't good. And I looked at some of that, I seen some of the headlines, and they, like people who wrote articles about the fight, they were making it sound like it was like subpar, lackluster too. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not about triangle theories, dummy. It's about the fact of y'all motherfuckers in the comment section was saying Deontay Wilder must go over to build his profile. He has to go over to UK to fight Dillian White, who just fought a guy, Robert Helenius, and I don't think the fight in general lived up to what I thought it would. They were both talking about knocking each other out. It wasn't the greatest fight, wasn't the greatest performance by either, right? And not to mention the guy that just took Dillian White the distance and actually hurt him in, I think, round 2, was knocked out by one of Wilder's former opponents. So it's not just about a triangle theory. It's about y'all motherfuckers said that Deontay Wilder needs to fight in the UK because he's ducking Dillian White and he needs to raise his profile. But coming off of that performance, I really don't see that. I don't see how fighting Dillian White, it just enhances the Wilder Joshua fight, like Joshua Wilder, whatever you want to call it, when a guy's coming off of that performance. Askiar Hussein, $5 super chat. What's up with these UK fans? You mad? Man. So again, like I always say we doing a lot of smiling this year. This is the most I smiled since I've been covering boxing. Cause I know like I said, listen to what people say then and listen to what people say now. You motherfuckers, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You guys were telling me that Wilder must fight Dillian White, so he builds a UK presence. And I told you that was sounding like some bullshit. Sounded like some bullshit. Another reason is they done a great job marketing AJ, and it was lit. There were 70,000 plus people to see a Carlos Takam, a guy who's been stopped before by Alexander Povetkin, a guy who cheated when it came time to fight Deontay Wilder. So you mean to tell me all these people throwing out this bullshit, talking about, oh, Deontay Wilder, what's his biggest purse? He can't sell out 40,000 seats and all that. It doesn't matter if Joshua's fighting guys like Pulev, Kubrat Pulev, and he's still doing those type of numbers with them. You mean to tell me UK fans, to see him unify with a dangerous champion with punching power, they both have a high knockout percentage? UK fans are gonna be like, nah, fuck that. I was down for the Carlos Takam fight, but fuck that Wilder shit. That's I'll catch the replay. Full of shit, like I've been saying. You sound full of shit. You're talking about people don't want to watch the Wilder Joshua. Wilder got to fight Dillian White to build his presence, but 70,000 plus people show up for this Carlos Takam shit. Really? That doesn't even make sense. You can't even make that. I want to put someone in a hot seat. Somebody make that make sense for me. Make sense how 70,000 UKers and people from Wales and shit will go see Joshua fight because he's the attraction. They'll go watch him fight a late replacement in Carlos Takam, but they wouldn't go turn out to see the Wilder fight. Now, in case you guys are new to this, I have this special. It's called the hot seat when I do these live streams. So when y'all say dumb shit in the comment section, time to get burned. So Victor Akinmade, he said ego off his nuts, hating again. So you're in the hot seat, my friend. You tell the fans, what have I said where I was hating? What have I said that was untruthful, fabricated, or a lie? And you got 3 responses because you in the hot seat. Now on my routine, because we got a lot of people in this particular one, so the hot seat will be new to you. But this is how we do it on the live stream. But for all the people who are familiar with the channel, grab your popcorn. You know how we do it. It's time to burn Victor. You about to be like Victor Ortiz. You about to get a DUI after this. Yeah, ha ha. See, look, you just said I'm hating, but now you putting ha ha ha. That's one response. You got 2 responses to prove your point, gladiator style, in this debate, or catch this L and get blocked. That's the other thing, my friend. When you lose, and the people will give you the L if you lose, then you get blocked. So what have I hated on, my friend? Come on, Victor. Victoria's Secret. We about to turn you to lingerie in the hot seat. Come collect this L, boy. See, and y'all not gonna do this to me. Like where y'all can just think y'all gonna cyber bully me, just type dumb shit and expect me not to say nothing back. It don't work like that. So where's Victor at? Where you had so much to say, now you in the hot seat and you're nowhere to be found. Where you at, Vicky? Vicky's Secret. You said I'm hating, so what did I hate on? We're gonna debate that right now in front of all these people. There's almost 700 people. And watch him quit like Victor Ortiz. Come on, Victoria's Secret, where you at? Got him. You're in denial that AJ is bigger than Wilder commercially. When have I ever said that AJ wasn't bigger? So you're just wasting responses. When did I ever say Deontay Wilder was a bigger star than AJ? You made that up. So you got one more response. You said I'm hating. You sound like the hater because you're making shit up. I never said Deontay Wilder was a bigger commercial success or a bigger, I never said Wilder was the A side. So you got one more response. The first one you said haha. Second one you told a lie in front of 700 people. You got one more to redeem yourself, and after that we're gonna vote, and I know what the fans are gonna vote. We're talking about I said Wilder. If you gonna come at me with shit I said. I never said Wilder was an A side or over Joshua, or I mean that would be a stupid point for anyone to argue. Joshua's doing 70 to 90,000 people in the stadiums and shit. So why would I even say that? I'm not stupid. You got one more response. Come on, Victor Ortiz, don't quit. I know you're a tree, bro. You got one more response in this hot seat. Come get this L, boy. Now, y'all not gonna be lying on me. I agree Wilder's a bigger fight, but he's not needed at the moment. Now you mentioned Wilder's 50-50 split was an obstacle. All right, let's vote. If you think Victor didn't do his good job of proving me to be a hater, put your fucking L's up. Everybody just type L. That was easy work. Can I get some harder work? That's some easy ass work. You talking about, okay, Wilder Joshua is a big fight, but I'm the hater for saying it was a big fight. Come get your L. The fans have spoken. Easy work. You proved you're the hater. You proved that you were Vicky's secret. One of my mods, take care of Victor for us. He's out of here. You've seen all the L's come through. Block. Get him up out of here and give me some harder work. What do you mean don't block him? No, that's this. Listen, if you're new to the channel, get used to it. This is what the hot seat is. If you gonna say that silly shit and then you get challenged in the hot seat, you gotta debate your point, and there's no mercy, no holds barred. The fuck you mean don't block him? Now we got another hot seat victim. He only get one response because I know he's full of shit. His name is Takva. He said he got a W. Takva. So you said he got the W in the debate. How did he get the W and expose me as a true hater? You got one response, because I'm not going to let you ruin the stream and string this on. So Takva, you let me know, because I know you just put that W knowing he didn't win. You know he didn't win. If you think he won, that's cool, but now you got to explain it. And if you don't, you up out of here with Victor. You and Victor can go back to your clubhouse or do whatever you want. Go back to Vicky's secret, trying some lingerie, whatever freak shit y'all do. Somebody put him on a timer, 20 seconds. Because he's not going to be holding the stream. We got too much people in here. So why did he get the W? See, y'all will be accountable of this motherfucker. Ego, I didn't really mean that. Come on, man, really. What? That's what you get for playing games. Blocked. We're not playing games. This is for the hardcore. This is for the real boxing fans. He's up out of here. He's like, come on, man. You shouldn't have been playing games, man. Like, I'm telling you, on my channel, there will be justice out this motherfucker. There will be some accountability. If you can have a difference of opinion, I don't care. But just be prepared. If your opinion varies from mine and the masses, be prepared to explain your side. You calling me a hater? That's slander, unless you can prove it. You know what I'm saying? You saying this dude beat me in the hot seat? You got to explain that. There will be accountability. This is not just your regular internet live stream where we talking grown folk conversation about boxing, and then it shouldn't even be hard. Like, for example, I said Joshua Takam, the stoppage was premature. If you disagree with it, that's cool. But you explain to me why you disagree and why it was a rightful stoppage. There will be accountability. It's no more that just lunatic shit, you just type whatever. You know what I mean? Because the real boxing fans, we're beyond that. We want real boxing talk. And it's good dialogue to disagree. But if you do disagree with certain points, you got to come with some facts. You know what I mean? It's just like a battle rap or anything for all my hip-hop fans. You know what I mean? It's either you or me, Roman gladiator style. Anyway, where were we? So the fight was okay. Joshua, he did his thing, got a knockdown. I was tweeting this too. I'm concerned with Joshua's stamina. Not so much in this fight because Carlos Takam was kind of coming from behind, so Joshua was able to work at a pace that suited him. But I noticed in some fights, when you can push him to that middle mark. All right, we got another hot seat victim. It's just that easy. Y'all, get your popcorn ready. We about to catch another body. Oh, one of my mods deleted him. Or hold on, did y'all delete him? Cause I was about to. Oh, he got blocked. See, fuck. I was about to put someone else in the hot seat so y'all can see how this is done. He said I'm a hater. Y'all gotta prove that. Listen, if you're new to the stream, you want to see me catch more bodies, talk this good old-fashioned boxing talk, please hit the like button. Just hit the like button. We got 751 people in here, and we got less than 200 likes. We can fix that. And the way it works on my channel, again, because we have a lot of people in here, the more engagement in terms of comments, likes and stuff, usually the longer I stay on, more ground we could cover. So make sure you do that. And that's another thing is with YouTube. They've done a lot of changes, went through a lot of phases and bullshit like that. So YouTube likes to see the engagement, then they front page you. We try to make it a front page, know that we're popping, channel's popping, and you know what I mean, talk about this fight game. But like I said, coming off the Klitschko performance, I really kind of expected Joshua his performance to be probably just overall stronger. Where's the donate? We got all types. You can go to the channel, there's Venmo, there's PayPal, Patreon. If you see a $sign in this live stream, you can donate that way. We working. But what was I saying? Oh, in the sixth, when Joshua is when he's pushed over 6-7 rounds, I feel like his stamina, it concerns me. So that, to me, for a Wilder fight, that's not good. Because if you don't get Wilder out of there in the first 3-4 rounds or whatever, that halfway mark, I always see the guys that have pushed him, I see there's like at least a moment where a second wind is needed. You know what I mean? Either that or the pacing is drastically, like, don't get it twisted. Joshua, he's a good fighter, and when he's putting his punches, he's throwing some mean shit. Like, cause there was some shit that he was throwing that he was barely missing with, and I'm like, wow, if he would have landed that, that would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? But that stamina stuff, and I don't know this for a fact because I'm not Joshua. I just think he's coming in too heavy. Weighing 252. Mike Tyson was like, it depends on what part of his career, but he's probably like 218, 227-ish. You know what I mean? Wilder be in the 230s, 232, 237-ish. You know what I'm saying? Most guys don't need to be that big. You know what I mean? And that's cool, ladies like it and shit like that, but it's the fight, and you got to be equipped. And I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder is awkward enough. He's an inch taller than Joshua, and he's athletic as hell. So I really don't feel you can be in a position with a good finisher like Wilder where your stamina is in question. He has too much power. Takam was landing. Takam definitely was landing some stuff. But what is Takam's knockout percentage? Shout out to Askiar Hussein, $10 super chat. Shmoney Dan, Shmoney Gang. Most anticipated fight, Wilder Joshua or Spence Thurman? It's about time, man. They both are big fights. I would say maybe Wilder Joshua, just because Joshua is like the biggest star in boxing, him or Canelo. So, and it's heavyweights with power punch. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if he's mad tall. I'm not that much shorter than Anthony Joshua, and to be 250 is fucking big. You know what I mean? Let's look at Carlos Takam. Someone said Carlos Takam got moves. Yeah, but Wilder moves well for a bit. Tyson Fury, Wilder, they both move well for their size. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury's more like herky-jerky, but Wilder moves well with his legs. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you watch his fights and stuff like that, he's very athletic. He used to play basketball or whatever. Y'all putting stupid shit. Wilder boxes nobody. So Carlos Takam is just the world beater. You know what I mean? Like, it's not making sense. Shout out to KO, Gang, $20 super chat. Damn, it's a red one. $20 you just donated to the movement. Really appreciate it for the channel. Y'all want me to cover Wilder Joshua next week? Okay. Y'all want me to cover it? Okay. See, we give you everything you need over here at Boxingego, the real side. Y'all want me to cover it? Okay. Y'all want me to cover Wilder Stavern? Okay. Y'all want me to come back to Brook Nam? Okay. I'm gonna ask Wilder too. I'm gonna ask him all this shit. Shout out to Wilder. He's the heavyweight champ. I'm the heavyweight king of boxing, man. Nothing else need to be said. It's the champ! Yeah, I said yeah. Yeah. We working though. Please believe it. Believe it, please. We got another super chat. Hold on. $5 from the Octavia72. $5 Shmoney Gang just donated. Did you notice how AJ was playing on the emotion of the crowd with that talk of where they wanted to see him fight next? Yeah, and then they said he's gonna stay. They said he's gonna stay in the UK. See, listen, and that stoppage was fucking weak. I don't care who you are. And I wish I could play the replay or see it, you know what I mean? But it's just a weak stoppage. And like, you don't, to me, you don't do that to a guy. Askiar Hussein, $5 super chat, Shmoney Gang. He says Cranium 2-1, begging for the hot seat. Well, it's not about begging. This ain't the Salvation Army. You get the hot seat if I give it to you. It's just that simple. So, you know what I mean? That's sometimes you have to just put the shades on the haters and just block them out. You know what I mean? Get the SP15, SPF 15, SPF 30, and just put the sunblock on, man. But the walls are closing in with this Wilder Joshua shit. You know what I mean? Wilder has to get past obviously Stavern, but the excuses are coming to a halt. I told y'all. I seen this coming. New media. Tyson Fury is a very difficult fight for Joshua. Very difficult. If Tyson Fury is the Tyson Fury of old, like if he can mentally, physically, all that shit get to how he was, because he's the movement he was giving Klitschko was befuddling Klitschko. And see, the thing is, Klitschko, in my opinion, Klitschko's stamina is better, right? His stamina, the way he fights, it gives him the ability to fight like that round after round, you know what I mean? Because some of his fights, like, I don't know, Kubrat Pulev or something, Pulev went some rounds with him, you know what I mean? And I never really felt like, oh, damn, Klitschko's getting tired. Even with the Tyson Fury fight, he went 12 with Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury moves very well for a big man, and it's going to be a situation where Joshua's in there with someone who's much taller, has some skills boxing, and Tyson would look to outbox him. But Wilder's a difficult fight too. Yeah, I mean, Parker, he needs the most work out of all the champions to me, because like he has power, but I think Wilder has the most power, then Joshua. I don't know, Luis King Kong Ortiz was somewhere in there too, but he's kind of ruined it for himself with the failed test, so I don't really know if he's even worth ranking in the power department, because we don't know at 38 when's his next fight. He just got suspended. But these excuses, I told y'all, listen to what people say. 70,000 people came to see a late replacement, showed good energy and crowd participation and engaging and shit. But you mean to tell me to see him fight Joshua and Wilder fight, it would just, no one wants to see that unless Wilder goes through Dillian White. Really? That's what you're gonna try to sell me? I ain't buying. I can't buy that. And again, like for me, Dillian White, he's solid, good fighter, but coming off the Robert Helenas performance was kind of a dud. It wasn't like the best performance we've seen from Dillian White. Neither was Derek Chisora. So that gave Wilder, let's say Wilder knocks out Stavern, which is something he didn't do in the first fight, then that's even less ammunition for Wilder to want to fight Dillian White. To me, to be honest, if Wilder has a good performance and Gerald Big Baby Miller has a big performance, then that's a bigger fight than the Dillian White fight. That's my honest opinion. Based on Dillian White versus Robert Helenius, you know what I mean, coming off of that, I would say if Gerald Miller looks good against Amerish Weck and Wilder looks good versus Stavern, that's a bigger fight. Put that up in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But the Robert Helenius, it was like a subpar, got the job done, but it wasn't like scintillating, like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? And those are the type of opportunities that Dillian White, as a person who's trying to get a big name and a title shot, that's where you look to impress. How do you get a super chat if you're in the UK? Do you know? It doesn't matter. Money's money. It don't matter. It'll just convert it from pounds. You just put the amount. It might be in pounds or whatever, but it'll just convert it for me in the US. Money is money. It still spends the same. Y'all can send me yen, pounds, pesos. Don't matter. Dollar bills. But I think I don't know. I just felt like Dillian White, if he really wanted to secure the Wilder fight, I think a stronger performance would have been like desired. Not saying it can't happen, but I just didn't think the Helenius fight would encourage people to be like, man, Wilder gotta give Dillian White a shot now, cause he just like you know what I mean? He startled me how good he was with it. Junior Johns, I tell y'all, them yellow and them orange super chats. Shmoney Dance, he just donated $20 to the movement. Says Triple G is willing to fight a nobody instead of Charlo. Shaking my fucking head. AJ needs to man up and fight Deontay Wilder. Bomb Squad. New media is killing y'all boys. Killing y'all boys. Yeah, I heard Triple G's team, Loeffler or whoever, said that Triple G would be willing to go to Japan to fight the guy that just beat Hassan Indam, Ryan Murata or whatever his name is, right? But they did an interview with Abel Sanchez, did an interview with Dante's Boxing Nation, talking about we ain't fighting Jermall Charlo unless we get forced to by the WBC. But you'll go to Japan to fight someone who's probably lesser known, definitely in America, Ryan Murata, who beat Hassan Indam, who lost to Peter Quillen, got knocked down 6 times, lost to David Lemieux, got knocked down 4 times. See, I keep this right here. You know what I mean? Hassan Indam, he's solid. He had like that one great knockout last year, but who did he knock out? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he knocked out Curtis Stevens like that when he fought him. He didn't knock Quillen or Lemieux out like that. But Triple G's team has said they're willing to go to fight in Japan against him, but they wouldn't fight Charlo. Put that Charlo fight in Texas. I'm pretty sure it'll sell out there. I would go to Texas to watch that fight. I live in Cali. So it's not looking like, see, new media, man, we have our work cut out, but thanks to the fans for being supportive, it's all that stuff is kind of coming to a halt. It's like back in the day, promoters, trainers, fighters, anyone could just say what they want, especially on the internet. Like I've even seen video, like I would say the biggest example of this would probably be like the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight, right? Because people want to see that for so long. And you had clear, like I seen videos where people took the time to get Freddie Roach and Team Pacquiao comments from 5 years span of time and then put them all together, and people still blame Floyd for it. You know what I mean? But those times are now removed, where you have to be just like the hot seat. You will be held accountable for what you say, including myself. I'm not out here talking reckless. I never called AJ, Wilder, none of these dudes names and stuff like that. I'm just talking boxing. I'm just talking my thought process, what I see. Shout out to the super chat from SB Man, Raw 4, Brantley. He just donated $5. Yeah, man. Shmoney Dance. We're just trying to talk good old-fashioned boxing talk. But they only here to cause confusion. There are a lot of people that set up these these roadblocks and Wilder Joshua needs to marinate. No, just like Canelo Triple G. Motherfuckers know who Canelo is. He's the A-side. And if 51,000 people will watch Canelo fight damn Liam Smith, who's from the UK, that no one in Texas probably really even knew, right? Then they'll turn up to Texas to watch a Triple G fight. You're not gonna play Triple G like that and make it like, oh, he has to do more and stuff. It's all politics. You know what I mean? Wilder Joshua, I'm ready to see it right now. Hey yo, how do you do this super chat thing? If you see a $, you can donate. If you don't, you have to use one of the other things on the account, like Venmo. So that's really what it is. Like, these fights don't really need, that's what promoters and stuff tell you. Promoter Eddie Hearn will tell you that Dillian White has to be the one that Wilder fights. Why? Somebody explain that. Explain that to me. Why is Dillian White the end all be all? Hold on. Like, I just want to know that. For us to get to Wilder Joshua, why do we have to watch Wilder versus Dillian White? As if Dillian White is Wilder's current mandatory or something. I don't get it. What up to all the new people joining the stream? We just talking that boxing stuff. A lot of politics, a lot of scapegoats in the boxing game. And see, another thing I really would have wished, I wish Joshua called out Wilder post-fight. And again, I was on Twitter and I said that people making excuses, that's not really Joshua's style. Like, it's not, I'm not saying he needed to do like Conor McGregor and be like, hey Wilder, you do fucking, I'm not saying he has to trash talk, but you could call out a guy. There's a lot of stuff you could do respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, people talking about it's not his style. And why wouldn't it be your style when, on the contrary, Wilder's avidly, rabidly calling you out? You know what I'm saying? It's just like the way my parents taught me, like, don't let somebody in school bully you. You know what I'm saying? So if someone pushes me, I get to push them back. It's not about just running up to innocent people and bullying them. But if somebody, you can stand your, you know what I mean? They even have laws, like gun laws, like stand your ground laws. So what do you mean it's not Joshua's style? It's not his style to respond to a call out? Crazy. And we as fans got to do better. Period. There's a lot of great fights out there. And you know it's you know it's full of shit to me? A lot of fans, because when Floyd Mayweather was in the hot seat, money seat, or whatever you want to call it, A-side, people said, oh, Floyd, he's ruining boxing. He's picking his fights. But then now when other fighters who haven't even accomplished what Floyd has accomplished in the sport as a whole, they're advocating for that. They're saying we should wait till 2020 to fight Wilder Joshua or to see that fight. Like, what? I thought y'all wanted Floyd gone. You know what I'm saying? Floyd ruined everything. Now he's gone. We don't have to worry about him. His daughter's a rapper now. You know what I'm saying? He's out the boxing game right now. And now fans are Triple G. You ain't never heard me say Canelo shouldn't fight Triple G. Never. I never said that. I never said Ward shouldn't fight Kovalev. Because me, before a reporter or anything, I'm a fan. I never said Lomachenko shouldn't fight Rigondeaux. We gotta do better. If you a fan, you all in Wilder's pocket. Put it this way, Wilder make more money than you. You know what I'm saying? You were, oh, how much is Wilder? So how much you sold? What are you talking about? How many asses is Wilder? But you work at KFC and you talking about how much is Wilder? So how much chicken have you sold? Huh? People all invested in the wrong things. How much Wilder sold? How many $5 Phillips you sold? That's what we want to know. Shit, I might go get one right now to help y'all out. I'm gonna go to KFC drive-thru. I might want to get a pot pie, but y'all never have them fucking pot pies ready when I get there. The fuck? Talking about how much is Wilder, so how much you sold? How much you get hourly? The fuck? Ego, do you think Hearn is the cause for the confusion? You know, I don't really care who's the cause. I just want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done with the blame game. I don't care. I just want to see this shit. I just want to see two good fighters, two champions fight. Period. But I will say this. How everyone says boxing's a business. In business, you have an asset and you try to protect it. You know what I'm saying? Period. Just like when you see, like, remember when Pacquiao was saying that stuff about gay people? Yeah, I believe the Packets are worse than animals. Nike was like, oh fuck no, because Nike ain't trying to lose money, because Pacquiao has an endorsement deal with them, and he's saying crazy stuff that's offending a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? So they remove themselves from that situation by dropping Pacquiao. Right? So that's what the nature of business is. You ain't no one should be in business in the position to want to take a hit. You know what I mean? And I think Eddie Hearn realizes that if anybody can, if anybody can derail the money-making plans, 70, 90,000 people showing up, AJ having straps and photo shoots, it's Wilder right now. Period. I mean, who else? Joseph Parker, Luis King Kong Ortiz is suspended. Tyson Fury's 1 million stone, 2 pounds, right? So, as a business, I think that's what it boils down to. And as a result, you're letting the businessman or the business fans feed you bullshit and tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell you whatever they want to say, when in the end of the day they're trying to protect their asset. You know what I mean? I mean, who wouldn't want to? It's like you work a job and you had a manager that's real cool, so if you come 5-10 minutes late, they're not tripping. But if that manager gets fired, then your punctuality, you might be held accountable for that. So nobody wants to fuck up the gravy train. Nobody wants to fuck up the ride. Who's Z-Boy? Alright, Z-Boy, do you accept the hot seat? I didn't even finish reading what you said, but I know I can smash you. What do they say in the UK? I can smash you to bits. Do you accept the hot seat, Z-Boy? I read the first part and I know I could destroy you. All that bullshit you talking. Get your popcorn ready. We got another hot seat victim. Wilder will crumble? Well, let me see him crumble then. Where's Z-Boy? See, why is it taking so long for Z-Boy? Z-Boy, do you accept a hot seat? See? Yeah, I accept. We got one. Got him. All right, hold on. Let me, so y'all know there's transparency. Z-Boy says, ego. We all want to see it. Excuse me. Ego, we all want to see it, but Deontay Wilder has to prove himself. He talks a lot, but hasn't fought anyone, basically. AJ has taken the risk. Wilder also has to take risks before AJ gives him a chance. So elaborate on that, Z-Boy. So I want to see. I got to let them bury them, so I can't respond. So AJ's taking all the risks. What risks? Fighting Charles Martin? Fighting a 41-year-old Klitschko off a loss? I mean, that's a good name on his resume. We respect Klitschko. I respect Klitschko. But he's coming off a loss. You follow boxing enough to know that, right, Z-Boy? See, Now you getting your ass whooped from A to Z. Come on, Z boy. You gotta do better than that. Klitschko was coming off a loss to Tyson Fury, right? That's why he's putting all that obsessed shit. Hashtag obsessed. All that, right? Klitschko's 41. Klitschko's been knocked out before. So what risk are you referring to from Joshua? And what risk would you like to see Wilder take? Come on, Z-boy. Klitschko is a true champion. He truly didn't have a belt when he fought Joshua. You realize that. You talking about he's a true champion. He's respected, yes. But he didn't have a belt, so what do you mean he's a true champion? His shoulders were truly naked because Tyson Fury took his belt. And the only reason that he got it back before the rematch without seeing if he could beat Tyson Fury is because Tyson Fury was Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? He's snorting coke. So what risk are you talking about? Come on, D-boy, Z-boy. Where is Z-boy? Why is it taking you so long to respond? You in the hot seat. We got a show going on. Make sure you hit the like button so you can see Z-boy get the proper burial in this hot seat. I tell you, this is Roman gladiator stuff. He's on Google. He's 12 years old. Well, we gonna send him back to middle school. So what risk are you talking about that you want to see Wilder take? And what risk are you talking about that Joshua took? Z-boy, where you at, dog? Where is Z-boy at? See what I have to go through? Charles Martin. So honestly, Wilder was willing to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz at the Barclays next week. He was willing to fight Alexander Povetkin in Russia, right? So you don't think he would have fought Charles Martin when Charles Martin had one fight for a vacant belt that got him the belt, no title defenses? You don't think Wilder would have jumped on it? AJ fought White, who had beat him before. That was a risk. Martin, when everyone said it was too early. He's stronger than Martin. Damn. And because White beat him in the amateurs, who gives a shit? What is White beating him? How's that a risk? You know what I mean? So Nicholas Walters, he took the ultimate risk because he fought Miguel Mariaga, a guy who beat him twice in the amateurs. Why is no one praising Nicholas Walters for fighting Miguel Mariaga? Who gives a shit if you got beat in the amateurs? It's the amateurs. It's not even the same scoring system. And no disrespect to White, but what did he, at the time AJ fought him, what had he done as a pro? What was his biggest name? I told you, you get from pillar to post, from A to Z, you getting your ass whooped in this hot seat. You talking about Dillian White is this ultimate risk. But because he beat him in the amateurs, really? So, like I said, Nicholas Walters facing Miguel Mariaga, everyone should be like praising him to the moon and back because Mariaga beat him. There's a lot of guys who got beat up in sparring or beat by someone as an amateur and then fought him again as a pro. Who cares? Amateurs is a totally different system. I actually thought you were going to come with at least a better point of contention, a better argument than that. I didn't expect it was going to be that weak. You said Dillian White. I thought you were going to say Klitschko. Come on, Z-boy. Come get body, Z-boy. It's a risk because they have a rivalry, which is not about boxing. AJ had to show a different side because he hates White. Really? This is the best you got? You chose the hot seat for this? So Canelo chose a huge risk because Golovkin was on his line and they sparred before? Who gives a shit about any of that? And once again, if I really feel like Charles Martin, given his lack of experience as a champion fighting for a vacant belt, Wilder probably would have took that fight too. Why wouldn't he? Who wouldn't? You got one more response and then we go into the vote. Come on, Z-Boy, you gotta do better than that. White rocked the fuck out of Joshua. Yeah, he making it sound like Joshua just took some crazy ass risk fighting Dillian White. Fighting Charles Martin, what? Yeah, Terrence Crawford and Danny Garcia. Crawford beat him. Mikey Garcia lost to Crawford, and neither one of them have necessarily fought him. So it's like, who cares? They don't have nothing to do with anything. Joshua was on the come up fighting Martin and White. Who gives a shit? He was a pop. See, now y'all are full of shit because Joshua. You guys want to talk about when he started boxing? He's an Olympic gold medalist. What are you talking about? He has an Olympic gold medalist. So it's not like he did. Like Lomachenko, that was a risk because he fought a guy like Salido who had been in there with Gamboa, Mikey Garcia, Robert Guerrero, Juan Manuel Marquez in his second fight. You know what I mean? Rigondeaux fighting Donaire in his 11th or so fight. That's a huge risk. You know what I'm saying? To me, oh man, oh my god, now y'all really getting body. Z-Boy, time to get body. So Rigondeaux, also a gold medalist like Joshua, he fought Donaire in his 11th or 13th fight. Donaire hadn't lost in 11 years, was significantly bigger than him. Dillian White's not bigger than Joshua, right? And Rigondeaux fought Donaire, who is a disastrous puncher, knocked out Fernando Montiel and Vic Darchinyan, and he was on people's pound-for-pound list. Again, hadn't lost in 11 years. So to me, that is a huge risk. But you guys are making it like Dillian White. Okay, so I can name some Donaire impressive wins on his way up. Tell me what Dillian White, his win as a pro, because this is not the amateurs. What was his win as a pro at the time he fought Joshua? No, I'm not answering a question when you haven't even answered mine. See, this is what they try to do. They try to bounce around. You haven't answered any of my questions, and now for your final response, you're trying to ask me a question. It doesn't work like that, because that's, like I said, they're only here to cause confusion. Answer my question, and then I have no problem answering whatever you're talking about. I'm asking you about the risk. Do you think Deontay Wilder would have fought Charles Martin given the same situation? Right? You still haven't even, to me, explained this huge risk from what's his name? From Joshua. Where is Z-Boy at? See, and this is what they do. They wait for a long time. Yes, but it would have been 50-50 at the time. Now here, let me ask you a question so I can finish bodying you, because you're on your last response anyway. So the thing is this. Wilder, you're talking about Wilder hasn't taken risks, but he was going to go to Russia to fight a gold medalist, Alexander Povetkin, who is a ranked #1 mandatory, and through no fault of his own, that fight got canceled, and Wilder went home and sued Povetkin. Luis Ortiz, who is considered the boogeyman of the division, just recently lost his opportunity. So how is that not taking a risk? Yes, the fights didn't get completed, but you cannot blame Wilder because he's not the reason those fights were never completed. So answer that. So you're saying, just like Johnny Nelson said on that Fight Hype interview, that's bullshit, because Johnny Nelson acknowledged the fact that through no fault of Wilder's own, he couldn't fight Luis Ortiz, but then they keep saying he has to fight this remarkable name. He needs to fight this name, but you know why he hasn't fought those names. So you explain that to me. Why did he go to, you saying he's not taking risks, why did he go to Russia? He was willing to travel, had a training camp to fight a gold medalist in Povetkin, punching power, #1 mandatory, right? And Luis Ortiz. But because the fights didn't get completed, even though it's not his fault, then you say he ain't taking a risk. No, you're not. See, look, he says, if I was AJ or Hearn, I would say that's because it's business. Answer the question. See, this is how they try to squirm out of the hot seat. So y'all know, I know all the tricks. I know all the tricks. You're not answering my question. You're saying Wilder never took a risk, but he had 2 prime names who bottomed out because of their own shit with drug tests. So how are those not risks? He was down to fight him. They had the purse, they had the venue, date. So how can you blame him for that? Like I said, this is just like what Johnny Nelson said. You acknowledge that Luis Ortiz fucked it up because he even fucked it up with Joshua. He got dropped from that ranking too. See, we're about to vote because you're not. He says he never did. Why did he not fight the #2 like AJ did? You're not answering the question. How are those not risks? You got one more try, and it has to be a direct response to what I'm asking you. You keep shifting all. That's what I call y'all shapeshifters. This is what you do. You jump all over the place and start bringing up other shit because you can't get out of it. You're saying Wilder never took a risk. How is signing up, having a date, venue, and time to fight an Olympic gold medalist, #1 mandatory, Alexander Povetkin, how is that not a risk in Russia? And we know Russia has some politics behind it. Fighting Luis Ortiz, this was just recently. How is that not a risk? And once again, because no fault of his own, those fights got canceled. So explain how that's not a risk. To be honest, Luis Ortiz is probably a more dangerous style than Klitschko coming off of a loss. And Wilder signed up for the test. Yes, he was willing to take the risk, but we'll never know what would have happened if he fought Ortiz. So you're agreeing with me, aka you have lost the hot seat because you said, oh yeah, he was willing to take. So you were condemning him. First of all, see, you know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. You just agreed with me, aka you lost the hot seat. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. You just agreed with me. So it's over. Let's go to the voting. You just agreed that you're holding it against Wilder for not taking risks, and you know 2 prime examples of risks he was down to take, and they fucked it up. But he didn't fight the #2. Who gives a fuck about the #2 when people want to see him fight the #1 and he signed up to fight the #1 person? Why you keep talking about the #2? Like, okay, so if I'm playing basketball and I'm down to play Michael Jordan, who's the best ever, right? And I'm like signed up, and then Michael Jordan can't fail, or he can't pass his physical or drug test or some shit. So then you get mad at me because I don't want to ball with Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman. But Jordan's the best, and you just seen I was down to hoop with him. You keep talking about the #2. Who cares about the #2? The #2, who cares about the #2 when you were down to fight the #1 and go up heads up against the #1? Collect your L, let's vote. If you think Z-Boy prolonged his L but finally got it, put your L's up. Put your L's up. Talking about Wilder ain't taking a risk, but you know why the risk didn't come through. You got that L. See, and see, this like some of them, they're squirrely fuckers. So the L takes longer to come because they don't answer the question and they start throwing at you different shit. But Eddie Hearn, Dillian White's baby mom. Like, what? What are you talking about? One of my mods off with his head. Give that boy Z-Boy an L. You really gonna catch some Z's because you sleep. One of my mods, please take care of my lightweight. He talking about Wilder ain't taking a risk, but I just showed you and you agreed with me that he was down to take the risk. You know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up, right? Bye-bye, Z-boy. See, when we strip it down to the bare essentials, we get to some shit. Y'all keep blaming Wilder. How can you blame Wilder for being down to fight these guys, but their opponents did stuff outside of the rule set that got them taken out of contention? But it's Wilder's fault. That's the same shit Johnny Nelson was saying in that interview. That's the same exact thing. That's like me traveling to a fight. Let's say I'm going to cover a fight, and I'm willing to go to Dubai to cover this fight for you guys, and I have my plane, my hotel, and my bag packed, and the fight gets canceled. That's like y'all be mad at me for not covering the fight when I was down to go. I had my bags packed, I had my itinerary, but you blame me because the fight got canceled and now I can't go. Really? That makes zero sense. And that's what some of you guys are desperately trying to do with Wilder. Hold on one second. Y'all want to blame Wilder so bad. That's like nobody blame Joshua because Kubrat Pulev got a shoulder injury. Why would you be mad at Kubrat? I mean, why would you be mad at Joshua? Because Kubrat Pulev hurt himself. Stupid. Everybody type stupid. That don't make no sense. Joshua was down to fight Kubrat Pulev, and through no fault of his own, Kubrat Pulev was taken out of the contention. But no one's mad at Joshua. See, this is how I know y'all are full of shit, because the rule set that you guys have, it's never consistent. Nobody is mad at Joshua for fighting Takam. Nobody. Because they know it's not his fault. Kubrat Pulev either scared or he's injured or whatever, but it has nothing to do with Joshua. Joshua signed up to fight Pulev. He trained for Pulev. He was down for Pulev. So how can you blame him for that? But for whatever reason, y'all trying to blame Wilder for other people fucking up their opportunities. Doesn't work like that. And then Johnny Nelson talking about Tony Bellew, David Haye winner is a bigger fight. I'm not saying it can't be big because we've seen 70,000 plus people come out for Carlos Pulev, but to say it's a bigger fight, explain to me how Haye Bellew winner is a bigger fight for Joshua. Explain that. How is it a bigger fight? Somebody please explain this to me. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all full of shit. Y'all just say shit and then you can't back it up. When it comes down to it, you cannot back up what you're saying. It's easy to say than it is to explain. How is Bellew Haye a bigger fight? I'm waiting. Somebody please explain this to me. I can't wait to hear this. And I got something else. I'm about to destroy you boys now, because now it's just a bunch of bullshit and excuses, and I don't like that. Let's just be honest as boxing fans. Now I'm really I'm about to go in on y'all. It's coming. I just got to get a couple things queued up. How is Tony Bellew versus Haye a bigger fight? Haye Bellew too, I ain't even really heard many people talking about it. I've seen more people jazzed about Rigondeaux, who can't sell. Boring Rigondeaux. More people are more concerned with him and Lomachenko fighting than I've seen about Haye Bellew too. Not saying people like I'm gonna watch it, but I haven't heard just like pure excitement. Like, damn, I can't wait for this Haye Bellew too. You know You know what I mean? People are gonna tune in, see what happens, see if Hay looks better, if he gets injured, shit like that. But I haven't really heard too much about that fight since it was announced. So how is it a bigger fight? Please tell me. Go to YouTube, the most poppin' channels, and tell me how many Hey Bellew 2 videos that they've made. And then, on the contrary, talk about how many Wilder Joshua videos people are making. So you guys get body bag, and it's just so funny. So funny. So no answers, y'all just drawing blanks. Y'all drawing blanks, huh? Figures. It's a domestic thing. See, always excuses. Oh, it's a domestic thing. But that's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why it's bullshit. Because Floyd Mayweather is a marketing genius. He picked a person from Ireland, and it was a worldwide thing. Nobody said, oh, that's just an American thing. Motherfuckers from the UK came out. I was there. You know what I mean? I went to the fight, covered the fight and all that. So how come Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, it wasn't a domestic thing, it wasn't a US thing, it was just a big fucking fight. And I seen Johnny Nelson there, I seen Carl Froch and Sky Sports and all these motherfuckers from the UK there. But now, Hey Bellew 2, oh, it's a domestic thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's a domestic thing, then it's not worldwide exposure, period. Because when Floyd fought Pacquiao or Floyd fought Canelo, it wasn't just big in Mexico or just big in America. It was like, if you're from the UK, you're trying to watch, no matter where you're from, you're trying to watch it if you're a boxing fan, right? When Joshua fought Klitschko, that was big in the States. HBO wanted it, Showtime wanted it, US-based networks, right? Germany, it was really big. England, of course, it was big. No one said it was, oh, Joshua Klitschko to domestic, because it was just a big fight. Once again, y'all full of shit. And y'all can't elaborate on the shit you say because you know it's not true. Now, here's the other thing. Now I'm about to bury y'all because some of y'all are annoying. We about to bury y'all real quick. Listen. The thing I'm not understanding, me personally, thing I don't understand is how come I've seen, are y'all listening? I want to make sure. All right, we got another hot seat victim before I get into it. Bobby, hashtag say no more. He says, bro, stop hating on AJ. You're about to say no more because you're in the hot seat. Easy work. So everybody get your popcorn. So what have I said to hate on AJ? Bobby, say no more. After three responses, you're about to say no more. I promise you, you getting bodied in this hot seat. See, because this, I'm telling you, I've done this too long. I know what you guys are trying to do. So now you got to explain yourself out of the hot seat. What have I said to hate on AJ? And we're rolling. What have I said to hate on him? You said I'm a hater. I'm hating on AJ for some reason. Oh, that's why they call you Bobby Say No More. Because when you put your ass get put in that hot seat, you suddenly say no more. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, a bunch of you pussy sensitive millennials, that's what y'all want to do. If I say something against someone, I'm either racist or I hate them. You know what I mean? It don't work like that no more. New media, ego army, ego mafia, we are the mob. Somebody block whoever says show your anus. One of my mods block that because we don't, that's some weirdo stuff. Thank you, DJ Yo, thank you. Because that was just really extremely weird. So, say no more. Is that why you say no more? Somebody put him on the timer, 20 seconds. You in the hot seat, my friend. Ain't no escape in the hot seat. Huh? Okay. Come on, you cockroach. I tell you, you're not going to be throwing dirt on my name. Oh, you a hater and all that. Okay. He said something? Where? Did y'all see it? I ain't see shit. Did anybody see that? Did anybody see him respond? Did anybody see say no more respond? Copy and paste it, because I didn't see shit. He said you haven't said one good thing about AJ. That was his response. Really? So I'm hating on him because I haven't said one good thing about him. Really? So no description, nothing. It's just I haven't said nothing good about him. It took you forever, like a while, to type that. Really? Should we vote? I mean, because that doesn't even sound like worthy of a challenge. You're hating on AJ. You're an AJ hate. What have I done? Name one thing I said to hate on, and then you say something very vague and ambiguous. You don't say good things about him. What do you want me to say? I do say good things about AJ. Let's just vote, because that's a waste of time. Everybody put your L's up if he did not do a good job showing how I've hated on AJ. Put your L's up. I told you the hot seat ruining lives. y'all want to just throw this hate shit. Oh, you're a hater. You're hating on it. Okay, I'm a hater, but once again, it's always way more difficult for you to show the hate. Listen, like, okay, so let's say the Houston Texan coach. All right, hold on. One of my admins, get him up out of here. Say no more. You get to say no more because the people have kicked you off the island. You get an L. One of my admins, please take him off of this stream. End his misery, and we could continue. The L's are just pouring in. It's a raining L's. No, no, no. Let me hear something good, bro. Here, I got something good for you. Block L. Say no more. Can I get some harder work? Bobby, say no more. You sound like like you have an AJ fetish. He talking about, let me hear you say something good about AJ. Let's hear it right now. You better talk about AJ's fucking muscles. He's built like an action figure. Like, some of y'all got some weird ass fetishes with fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you my honest opinion, talking as it relates to the boxing game. Maybe a fight prediction, who I think will win, decisions and stuff. And y'all, tell me something good. Tell me something good. Tell me something good about AJ. You motherfucker. You hate. My bad. That was a call from a boxing trainer. But anyway, that's creepy. You say something good about AJ, right? Don't you? Listen, AJ's a good fighter, but I think Wilder's a tough fight for him. Period. Now, it's time to bury y'all again. So the other thing I noticed is this. AJ has continually done, listen, for all the stuff that's being thrown out about, hold on. Are y'all listening? Y'all still with me? Because I want y'all to understand this point. Because, see, and I know I come up with good points. I guarantee you other people are going to start coming up with these points after me say it. So just pay attention real quick. You guys are still here? Can I get a yes? Can I get an amen? Just let me know if y'all still rocking with the movement. Okay. So this is my thing. Anthony Joshua champion, undefeated, sky's the limit, A-side, all this great stuff, right? 70,000, 90,000, 1 million people in the crowd. Great. AJ has made videos talking about, like, and I can link you to all of this stuff, Wilder, we got a fight at the time that best suits our needs and our pace, and Wilder turned pro a year after I just first started boxing, maybe 2020 possibly, things like that, right? So to me, there's a level of like kind of uncertainty, not just with AJ, but his team. Eddie Hearn randomly throwing up Dillian White, who in my opinion is not really coming off of the most emphatic performance against Robert Helenas on this very undercard, the AJ Takam. So we're gonna put it all together. Now, when I hear AJ speak about Tyson Fury, and it's not just now, it sounds like it's all about that shit. For example, Joshua knocks out Klitschko. Whoa, fight of the year, you just knocked out Klitschko. Tyson Fury was nowhere in the Wembley, as Kilbrook would say. He was nowhere there, right? Nowhere there. And Deontay Wilder, however, was. He was in the crowd. He was like, Sky Sports brought him in as a commentator, right? And AJ seemed more interested in calling out the guy who wasn't in attendance than the guy who was ringside, who actually has a belt. Tyson Fury, he's never been beaten in the ring, but he lost his belts through his own actions outside of the ring. So he's no longer a champion. The only thing he has is probably a Ring Magazine belt or a ring belt or some shit, right? So that was one thing. But even recently, Anthony Joshua had done an interview where he said he would fight Tyson Fury even if he's like 40,000 stone, or no matter how big, or you know what I'm saying? That's what he said. He said he will fight Tyson Fury. So my question to you guys is this. Why is there such a concern to fight a guy who took himself out of the running, out of the race, so to speak? I just blitz his block because he was just putting too much stupid shit. That's why I don't get this infatuation with Tyson Fury given the current climate, right? Tyson Fury doesn't even look like he looked when he was fighting because he gained a lot of weight. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, here, let me put it in perspective for you guys. Tyson Fury, this is his page. Tyson Fury. He last fought November of 2015, and it's about to be 2018, right? Somebody do the math. This November, how long will he have been out of the ring? Right? Look, you seen that picture on BoxRec, and look at his face now. He clearly looks bigger.
This is Tyson Fury from Undisputed Heavyweight Champion of the World. And this is a special message to Sinead O'Connor.
Right? He looks like a big lad. So, like, my thing is, like, the thing I'm questioning is, why is there so much energy being focused on a guy like Tyson Fury who hasn't even proven if he's coming back? You know what I'm saying? So you got people right now, here and now, that are ready right now, like Wilder, right? Ready right now, and he's actively calling you out. He's trying to make you look bad by calling you out and saying, "Oh, I'm the most fierce since Mike Tyson. Everyone's scared of me." And Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua are saying stuff like fight Dillian White and do more and build more, but you're actively calling out a guy who's really been on the sidelines since November 2015. I agree that Tyson Fury, especially when he was active, could have been a big fight for AJ, but the bottom line is we don't know. We don't know what's up with him until we see him. Like, I gotta see, can Tyson Fury come back and beat Amir Mansour, Gerald Washington? The old one, maybe he could beat them guys, but I gotta see that because he's been out so long. How long do you think Tyson Fury admitted, go look at his Rolling Stone interview. He was doing coke. He said he was suicidal. He didn't really care about life. So it's not like Mayweather when he retires for 2 years, because to my knowledge, Mayweather is not doing that type of stuff, like cocaine and gaining a whole bunch of weight. So not everyone could just disappear for 2 years and come back and not show any signs of rust. So it's like, until Tyson Fury, he just got his license, until he comes back and proves that he's the old Tyson Fury, then I feel like that shouldn't even be a point of interest until we know he's even coming. Well, okay, here's my point. When's Tyson Fury's next fight? Somebody give me the date and venue if you got it. I'ma wait. I want y'all to put it right now. When's Tyson Fury's next fight? When's Tyson Fury's next fight? Give me a date. Somebody please give me the date. Because I did videos, I report. Tyson Fury did videos or like interviews earlier, and I did videos about, he said he was coming back April or June of this year, and that didn't happen. So when is Tyson Fury coming back? What is his comeback date? He was supposed to be on the Huey Fury undercard or some shit. I think Huey Fury versus Joseph Parker, and then he didn't come back. So my whole thing is, it's in limbo. It's up in the air. It's up to him getting his weight down. It's up to where he's getting a license, because he said he don't want to box in Britain or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So to me, why is Joshua, it's like, why would you even be like actively pursuing someone like that, doing interviews saying I'll fight him at whatever weight, when another guy is staring, breathing down your throat with a belt, who's hungry right now? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's just like when guys keep talking about Mayweather when he was retired for 2 years. Keith Thurman should be looking at Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, obviously, Jeff Horn. Why are you even worried about Floyd if he's on the sidelines? Crazy. So that's what lets me know something is up. That's what lets me know something's up, because I see more like I just thought of another point. This is too easy. So Tyson Fury ain't fought since November 2015. Fact. I just showed you that. He's gained a lot of weight for a period of time. He didn't have a license. But Anthony Joshua has made interviews saying he'll fight him at any weight, basically. He don't care how much weight he gained. He'll still be willing to fight him, right? Why isn't Eddie Hearn saying, Tyson Fury, you need to fight, because you've been on the sideline so long, you need to fight Dillian White to build up your profile, to, you know what I mean, so people know that you're back? Why aren't people saying stuff like that? Or you need to get a couple tune-up fights. They're acting like they can go fight Tyson Fury straight away. You know what I mean? And this is a guy who's been very inactive. Eddie's been saying what consistently? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no stipulations for Tyson Fury to get the Joshua fight that I've heard. I ain't seen no interview where Johnny Nelson was like, Tyson Fury, we don't need you. The Wilder fight's bigger. The Hay Bellew fight's bigger. They're just like, it sounds like they're all for Joshua Tyson Fury. And he's the guy who was on coke and on the sidelines and hasn't fought since November 2015. Yet when it comes to Wilder, it's about, oh, the time has to be right. And so that's, to me, what shows me they view Wilder as a threat. Because why doesn't the time have to... Tyson Fury's a big dude. Why doesn't the time have to be right for him? Joshua did an interview literally where he said he'll fight him at whatever weight. And he's bigger than Wilder. And he can box. But you know he doesn't hit as hard as Wilder. So I haven't seen the same obstacles, roadblocks, and or like handicaps that have been placed forth for Tyson Fury. It sounds like Tyson Fury just has to get in fighting shape, and then that's something that they're willing to consider straight away. not like, oh, you have to show the people that you're the same fighter, or you have to do this, or maybe in 2020. It's like, we'll fight him. Period. That's really what I've seen. Tyson, and that's people keep talking about what Wilder has to prove. We know the risk that he tried to take that he couldn't successfully take because of his opponents. But so Tyson Fury doesn't have to prove nothing. Like, he's been gone for so long, he doesn't have to prove that he's the same fighter. Like, even Floyd, he's done the retirement thing before. After he knocked out Hatton, he retired for damn near 2 years, and he came back and polished Juan Manuel Marquez up. So when he came back to fight Conor, one, he was fighting a guy who was a UFC fighter, and two, Floyd is Floyd, and he didn't gain a bunch of weight and stuff like that. In my heart of all hearts, do I think Joshua and Wilder will fight? Of course. That's why new media is here. And that's, you know what I mean, we're going to keep talking about these issues along with others to the point where, yeah, I do think the fight will happen. I don't know when. Yeah, I'm just, I don't understand the motion from Team Joshua, to be honest. Like, I think while Joshua said something like, I gotta fight mandatories. Like, what mandatory you gotta fight now? Luis Ortiz got removed from rankings. You just fought the substitute for Kubrat Pulev. What's easy to understand? Okay, so Sean, enlighten us. It's so easy to understand it's money, so explain. Junior John's $10 super chat. He said Anthony Joshua wants to fight people he knows he could beat. Fuck Bob McNair and Jerry Jones. See, that's what I'm saying. They too many inmates running the prison. That's what they trying to say. Hearn doesn't want AJ to lose. Well, then just say that. People respect it. People respect that more, the honesty. But see, this is what happens with fans, promoters, and stuff. If you don't want to make the fight for whatever reason, then don't make the other person sound like they're inferior. I think that's the biggest thing, and this is what boxing is known for. Everybody's making a Wilder doesn't take risks. Who's Wilder beat? Wilder doesn't have a marquee name on his resume. Wilder this. Wilder doesn't draw. Don't make it sound like these are all the reasons if what you're saying, Sean, is actually the truth. And see, this is another thing that's fake, is when you're an A-side like Joshua, if you could put 70,000 asses in a seat for a name like Kubrat Pulev, who got stopped by Klitschko, who you stopped, and then he didn't even get the fight because he got injured, Carlos Takam came out, then there's no way you could tell me that Wilder, who to my knowledge has never said he won't go to the UK to fight him, he might not go to the UK or might want more money for Dillian White, because it was like, why do I have to go through him? But I never seen nothing where Wilder said, I won't go to the UK for Joshua, right? Absolutely, under no amount of money or nothing. I haven't seen him say something like that. So my whole thing is, if you could do that with Carlos Takam and Pulev level guys, then why would the UK fans not support that? Why would they not support a Wilder unification? 2 power punchers, Wilder's been in the UK before, on assignment. There's no way you're gonna make that make sense. And I would love to hear people try. I would love to, because you're gonna sound foolish. You're gonna sound foolish talking about it. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is like, don't make it like somebody's not shit and not taking risks and no marquee name if there's other things involved. Straight up. Who's Josh Chavez? Y'all want another hot seat? Because I'm seeing some stupid shit. Y'all want another hot seat? Just say yes or no. Okay, we got another hot seat. Mr. 100. Ego just wants to see brawls. So what have I ever said that leads you to believe that I just want to see brawls? Because you sound pretty fucking stupid. Mr. 100. We'll see if you keep it 100. Mr. 100, you're in the hot seat. So you said I just want to see brawls. When have I ever said that? Somebody put him on the timer, because, okay, your opinion, but what is it based on? When have I ever said, oh, I just want to see brawls? See, again, you're not just going to be putting comments, but if you feel a certain way about somebody, then it has to come from a place. Most fans really want to see that. I don't give a fuck about most fans. I care about, you said Ego just wants to see brawls. What have I ever said on my channel that leads you to believe that I'm only about brawls? Well, that's like the furthest from the truth. And see, okay, you got one more response. And some of your past videos. But once again, you're not even saying anything that I've said. You're just saying a bunch of vague stuff. I do real talk. Let's vote. Did he get the L? He said in some of your past videos. But you can't give me one example. Out of 2,000, 3,000 videos, you can't give me one example of something. Put your L's up. Put your L's up. See, I'm telling y'all, you're not just putting whatever in the comment section anymore. Well, he's gonna be a child today when he gets his ass grounded. One of my mods, get him out of here. Mr. 100 couldn't keep it 100. He's out of here. Why do I want to see Lomachenko ringing? That's the fight I'm looking forward to most. You talking about I just want to see brawls. That might not be a brawl. Hey Ego, in my opinion, Wilder might as well take the fucking money for the Dillian White fight in February in the UK. For what? Did Dillian White look good to you in his fight today? Did you even watch it? How hardcore of a boxing fan are you? Did you watch Dillian White's fight today? White looked like trash, somebody said. Yeah, it was boring to be honest. So why does Wilder, a champion, have to get past his mandatory and then fight Dillian White in the UK? What is that really gonna do for the UK fan? Like, oh fuck, Wilder's the real deal now. He fought Dillian White in his backyard. Like, what does a win over Dillian White really do to catapult Joshua Wilder? Honestly. Explain that to me. Somebody explain it to me. But shit, it's not an easy 5 million. It's heavyweight boxing, and we just seen a weak ass bullshit stoppage and Joshua Takam. So you have to be willing to deal with shit like that. Wilder's been a champion with several title defenses. What if, okay, for $4 million or whatever. But what if he did get rocked by Dillian White, and then the ref was just like, oh, it's over, and then Dillian White and the new. You have to be prepared to deal with that. What if Dillian White is tough enough to go the distance like Bermane Stavern, and the scorecards were funky, and the scorecards were like, dope, Dillian White won it by 4 rounds, and that wasn't what we all seen. So you got to think about everyone wants to say boxing is a business, but you don't want to talk about like the corruption in business or like the politics in this business. Do you think Dillian White should have to come to America though? It's not. I don't think they two have to fight each other. People want Wilder Joshua now. Like, that's the whole thing. I don't give a fuck if it happens in Bucharest. It's if they fight, cool. But I don't think Wilder has to fight Dillian White in America, in the UK, or anything. I don't think it really enhances anything about Joshua Wilder. He came to America for Malcolm Tan. Yeah, on the Crawford card. UK scorecards are fair. There'll always be bad cards. I don't agree with that. I've seen some Carl Froch and Andre Durrell. I thought that was bad scoring. I keep asking you a legit question and you're not answering, LOL. Who are you? I don't even... You act like you're the only person in the chat talking about, I'm asking you a question. You're like, you Suge Knight or something. I'm just supposed to know who you are. I don't know who you are. I didn't see your question. Next question. So you're not answering me, man. Like I just only see one person's question. I don't, like I said, for me, I don't agree. I don't think that the Dillian White just takes the Joshua Wilder to the next level. I don't see that. I think Luis Ortiz, that fight could have been like the fight that made people more interested in Wilder Joshua. I don't see the Dillian White as having the same effect on it. Especially when a guy like Robert Helenas, who got knocked out by a guy that Wilder knocked out, Johan Duhaupas, just went the distance with Dillian White. Derek Chisora went the distance with Dillian White and had him wrong in that fight. And I thought Derek Chisora won. And Derek Chisora lost to Tyson Fury, twice? Knocked out by David Haye, Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, I don't understand this whole Dillian White thing. To me, like, how do you explain it? Okay, here's an example for you guys in another division. Errol Spence versus Lamont Peterson. That's a solid fight. You know what I mean? It's a good fight. That was the person willing to step up. But if Errol Spence was fighting Keith Thurman, let's say in June, and that was next up, then it's already a great fight. And most people that I can think of would be like, man, I'm trying to see that Errol and that Thurman. You know what I mean? And then Lamont Peterson, nobody would be really tripping off of that. Peterson's is a good in-between fight with a guy who's proven, but I don't think Errol Spence has to go through Peterson to prove he's ready for Keith Thurman. The Keith Thurman fight would sell right the fuck now. Shout out to Puzzle, $5 super chat. He said just because new media. So that's what you guys are understanding. There's a lot of good fights that you can have in the meantime, or solid fights you can have in the meantime. But to really make it like that is the fight that's building up, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's really building up like, oh man, I definitely got to tune into Wilder Joshua now because Wilder beat Dillian White. I don't see that. Y'all making it like Dillian White is like, I guess, like the man to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is, man. You guys making all these fucking excuses. Like Canelo Triple G. Nobody was like, oh, we got to see Canelo get past Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and Chavez Jr. to get to Golovkin. If Canelo last year was down to fight Golovkin, people would have been all for it. It might have even sold better because that's the year that they really, really started wanting and thought they were going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all feeding into the bullshit and making this fake hype, making it like Wilder had like Wilder has to fight Dillian White, and that's, to me, honestly, if Dillian White loses to Deontay Wilder, is that the marquee name on his resume? Would you be like, oh fuck, That's the marquee name. Like, is that a Klitschko name? For, you know how Joshua has Klitschko? Is Dillian White to you guys? That's my question to you. Is Dillian White what Klitschko is to Joshua's resume? Nope. What else? What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Hell nah. See? Then that's my point. That's my point exactly. So like, you could look at AJ's whole resume, Kevin Johnson or Gary Cornish, Charles Martin, Eric Molina. None of those guys gave Joshua the true accolades that Klitschko did. When he beat Klitschko, that was like, okay, he's certified now. He beat a guy like Klitschko. He the man. You know what I'm saying? And throwing this Dillian White, I don't think that it would have the same prominence if Wilder were to beat Dillian White. You know what I mean? Because Dillian White, just in my opinion, Dillian White, I don't know for a fact that he beats every single person that Wilder's beat. I really don't. I think Bermain Stavern, Dillian White would have been a good fight. I think, especially at the time Wilder fought him. I think, who else? Johan Duhaupas before Povetkin knocked him out. That would have been a good fight for him. Gerald Washington's a good fight for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't see that. I don't see that being a Klitschko type win for him. Joshua won via stoppage. What was it, the 10th round? But it was a weak stoppage. That's what happened in the Joshua Carlos Takam fight. Carlos Takam was losing, definitely losing the fight. He needed a knockout to win, but you would like to see him go out on his shield, like get the opportunity to see if he could have pushed Joshua to 12. It's more like I don't even agree with that. Someone said it's more like Felix Diaz versus Crawford. Felix Diaz is an Olympic gold medalist who fought at 47. So that, to me, that's more of a, and Felix Diaz hadn't been stopped. So Dillian White has been stopped, and I think Derek Chisora beat him. So I don't agree with that. Like I said, Felix Diaz has a good win at 47, which is a division that Crawford is just now going to. Who's George? Did Takam look concussed? Hell no. He was slipping punches. White beats all of Wilder's opponents, but would be up against it with Duhaupas and Stavern. And who cares? Who cares? That's your see, and stuff like, see, people like you. What you're saying is merely a matter of opinion. I have, what I say is opinion, but also I also base a lot of what I say on factual information. Like the guy that just went the distance with Dillian White today, Robert Helenas, got knocked out by someone that Deontay Wilder knocked out, Johan Duhaupas. You know what I'm saying? That's fact. That's not an opinion. That's, you go to BoxRec and look at, you'll see that. You know what I mean? So, and like for me, I really feel like the Dillian White fight, if he had like a crazy showing, like he looked real good against Robert Helenas, then that would have made the fans clamor for the White Wilder fight a bit more. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that type of fight with Helenas. You know what I'm saying? It's not the type of fight where you're like, man, give this guy a title shot right now. Yo, ego, every day is not Christmas. What the fuck are you even talking about? Y'all just be typing stupid shit sometimes. Every day is not Christmas. What are you talking about? Whatever. You talking about fucking holidays and North Pole and shit. Yo, what's good? See, I'm gonna be. Listen, we gonna find out in 2018 because let's say David Haye beats Tony Bellew, and then oh my God, I can't wait till 2018. So let's say David Haye beats Tony Bellew by knockout, right, in December when they rematch, and let's say Joshua fights David Haye. Then I want to hear all those people who are saying that Deontay Wilder needs a marquee name. What is David Haye, even with Tony Bellew, what is his marquee heavyweight win? And the reason I say even with Bellew is because Bellew is not an established heavyweight. David Haye was supposed to fight Cannon Briggs, and he didn't even fight him. So even if David Haye knocks out Tony Bellew, how does that make him worthy of an AJ fight, but not Wilder? Yeah, he was supposed to fight Tyson Fury and he pulled out and then retired. So explain that to me. How are the fans, UK fans or whoever fans, how are they going to say that Wilder doesn't deserve it, but if Haye gets past Tony Bellew, a guy who stopped him, then all of a sudden that merits a Joshua fight? No belt, been stopped within the last year. Yeah, he beat that 8-foot tall Andre the Giant looking motherfucker ogre. But who is that dude? Yeah, I know you're talking about that weird. See, y'all full. See, man, I'm about to get off here because I could tell bullshit when I see it, and y'all bullshitting me. Y'all be all for David Haye fighting him. So, what's David Haye's win of prominence? Who's this? Arnold Dragregge? Is that the name? Mark DeMori? Derek Chisora in 2012? And Chisora had 3 losses. Losing to Klitschko with the pinky toe. Audley Harrison, Wilder knocked out too. John Ruiz, who got smoked by James Toney. Oh, this is Value. That's the ogre dude. Enzo Maccarelli, who knocked out Roy Jones. Like, so what is the, you know what I'm saying? Where's the David Haye name that you guys care about so much? Since you're like, oh, Wilder, who is he be? Like, what name? What name? And especially since, like, these are like 2005s and 6. Some of y'all motherfuckers probably weren't even born here. So what is the name? But y'all would have no problem with this fight. That's what I see. I'm done. Y'all full of shit. David Haye, that fight versus Joshua, y'all would be all for that. But then you're saying, man, I'm out. Y'all would make all the, yeah, this is great. Big domestic fight. Man, UK fans, y'all got some explaining to do. Y'all really do. Because if you can't see the, listen, David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury, then he pulled out and retired. Then he was supposed to give Cannon Briggs an opportunity, then he just never did, and Cannon Briggs was pissed. And he hasn't had a significant heavyweight win. And y'all keep talking about this domestic, oh, it's a big domestic fight. So UK fans are that blinded by country nationalism, or whatever you want to call it, that they can't see a good fight when they see one. They're just like, man, this is just, they're both from the UK, so this has to be better than the Wilder fight. That's stupid. And I don't believe UK fans are stupid. I don't think UK fans are going to be like, oh, we don't know it. You know what I mean? Like when Kell Brook was fighting Triple G. Triple G ain't from the UK, right? He's not from the UK, but they knew, okay, Kell Brook's a slick fighter. Triple G's a great fighter, good fighter, whatever. So we want to see it. You know what I mean? And they know the difference between Kell Brook fighting Jojo Dan, Kevin Bezier, and Frankie Gavin versus fighting Triple G, or if he were to fight Amir Khan. They could tell the difference. You know what I mean? You guys are making it like UK fans, just because two motherfuckers are from the UK, that's all they'll settle for. That's bullshit. And I know UK ain't going out like that at all. So if would you guys rather see Lee Selby versus Carl Frampton, or like someone like that, just because they're both from around the same area? Or would you rather see like Gary Russell Jr. versus Lee Selby, or Leo Santa Cruz versus Lee Selby, if it's a better fight? Someone said hold this L. You hold this L for getting blocked, dummy. Block, get your ass out of here. You don't give L's unless you really give me an L in the hot seat. You talking about hold this L. Okay, we'll see who holds the L. Frampton Russell, great fight, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. UK fan, I understand good domestic, like Khan versus Brook or something. That's a big domestic fight. But if Amir Khan or Kell Brook fought Errol Spence, people would want to see that, just because that's their local boy versus an American. And actually, to be honest, y'all keep talking this domestic shit. Sometimes they probably prefer when it's a UK versus a USA person, because now they might be, if both people are from where you're from, then you might be torn. What if you like David Haye, and what if you like Anthony Joshua, and you're from England? You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to be split. But if Anthony Joshua was fighting Deontay Wilder, and you from the UK, born and raised in England, then you probably riding with your countrymen. So once again, y'all full of shit. Anytime two people from the same country fight, then if you rep your country, rep where you from, there's a chance you might be split because you like both of them. Period. But like I said, Wilder has to have all these stepping stones and all these roadblocks and additional steps and precautions he has to do as a champion. But David Haye, if he beats Tony Bellew, then y'all can make an excuse for the Joshua Haye fight, and Haye hasn't had a significant, even if he knocks out Tony Bellew, because Tony Bellew's not he's not an accomplished heavyweight, right? Mello, shut up. You talk about calm down, the fight will get made. Probably not next, but it'll get made. You calm down. I ain't calming shit down. Shout out to L Dog, New Zealand, $10. Domestic fights are good, but UK versus USA will always be better. Just think Hatton, Mayweather, keep grinding ego. Exactly, that's my thing. Shout out to you for the super chat, $10 from New Zealand. Much love, much appreciated from NZ. But that's what I'm saying, because Ricky Hatton, if you're from England, you're all in for the hitman. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, Floyd's cool, but I'm riding with my countrymen. But when two guys like David Haye and Anthony Joshua are both from England and they fight each other, then you might be split. You know what I mean? So once again, more excuses. I'm getting sick of talking about this, to be honest. Bottom line, there's no bigger heavyweight fight than Wilder Joshua. I don't care what no one says. Because like I said, I understand a domestic presence, but you can't tell me that a fight, just because two guys are local, would be bigger than a fight that has like international appeal. Like for example, let's say Amir Khan beat Danny Garcia and then he fought Floyd Mayweather. Would a Kell Brook fight at that time, let's say Kell Brook was coming off the Carson Jones 2 win, right? Would a Kell Brook fight with Amir Khan have been bigger just because that's a domestic rivalry, or would the cash cow of boxing, like a Mayweather, be bigger fighting Amir Khan if Amir Khan didn't lose to Danny Garcia? You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about a domestic. There's a lot of domestic fights, but that doesn't mean it is bigger. David Haye's just automatically bigger because they're both from the UK. Like I said, y'all full of shit. Mayweather fight versus Khan at that time would have been bigger. At that time, it would have been bigger than the Kell Brook fight, even though the Kell Brook Khan is a better domestic rivalry, right? Now, I know Deontay Wilder is not Mayweather in the grand scheme of things, but again, there's other variables. He's a champion, and he's definitely a threat. So y'all using this domestic rivalry shit as a cop-out. Oh, but it's just domestic. So you think UK fans can't tell the difference between a great fight and a good fight just because two people are from England? Mr. Ego is cooler than Jay-Z. Yup! You did it perfect. No, I'm just playing. So I refuse to believe that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like saying because two fighters are from Mexico, no matter what, that's a bigger fight than a guy from Mexico fighting a guy from Kazakhstan like Triple G. No, Triple G versus Canelo is a bigger fight than Canelo if he were to fight another person who's from Mexico, Chavez Jr. in a rematch. It doesn't matter if it's just because they're from the same place. Let's do a roll call. I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm sick of this. Shout out Super Chat, Luke, Oliver, 1280 from Canada. Spence versus Crawford Thurman. Who's the toughest fight for Spence? I would say Thurman. I mean, not Thurman, Crawford. Skill set. Even though he's moving up, it's not going to happen next. So by the time they do fight, Crawford will probably have had some fights at welterweight. And just the way he moves and his style of fight, I think it's more to figure out. Because Kell Brook gave Kell Brook gave Spence some things to think about. Roll call. Kansas City, Missouri, Orlando, Pasadena. Big time, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. We moving. We working. But listen, man, we just got to get back to good boxing. The Bronx, Naptown, Detroit, Atlanta, Berlin, Germany, Atlanta, Dallas, Texas. We got to just get back to good boxing, man. Like Lancaster, Chicago, Oregon, Chirac, big up from Barbados, London, Screwston, Texas, Harrisburg, Auckland, New Zealand, Baltimore in the building. Luke Oliver, another 1280 from Canada. Shout out to Canada holding it down. NO, Manchester. Bring back great fights, I agree. Indiana, Lake Charles, Sydney, but I'm from the Bay. Shout out to Sydney, Australia. Belfast, Ireland, North Baton Rouge, Chicago, Australia, Newport News. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, my closing thoughts, my Jerry Springer final thought, we got to get back to new media. We got to get back to just good fight. Joshua Wilder's a good fight. Both guys have a chance to win. Both guys got a certain style. Both guys clearly have power. Let's see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it has to happen very next fight, but I think we should definitely be able to get it in 2018. And for me, I would like to see more transparency with Team AJ. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we got check. You got to check the website too. We working. Please believe it. Shout out to my dude Bakari. He writing articles, man. I'm writing articles. We getting this stuff done, but it's like Joshua did that first interview. He did that first interview, and he said some stuff, and it rubbed people the wrong way, and he got some backlash. So then he started trying to change his tune a little bit, right? Check the website, people. But check this article out. It's definitely potential. What else am I going to do in 2018? So it's like, it seemed like he got bad feedback from from that particular interview, and then now it's like he's like, okay, maybe in 2018. So I just want to see more transparency, because Eddie Hearn says, listen, I'm not even clowning, and y'all could believe me or not, I fuck with AJ. I like AJ, right? I like what he represents. Hope to meet the dude. But Eddie Hearn, see, I'm not a promoter, so I don't got to talk like a promoter. I talk like me. I try to give it to you real. But when did Carlos Takam get knocked down? What round was that? Shout out to Gary. He said it's his first time ever donating. We appreciate it. We work and much more coming soon. What round was it that Takam got knocked down? Does anyone know? 4, I believe. I think 4. It seemed 4. So again, I'm not a promoter. Eddie Hearn said that Joshua would knock Wilder out in 3 rounds. He believes. But you didn't even knock Carlos Takam, a late replacement. You didn't knock him out in 3 rounds. So it's like, you got to show me that. You know what I'm saying? And then Eddie Hearn also said this Dillian White stuff. And then post-fight, he says, we're going to relieve Deontay Wilder of that belt. Okay, let's see it then. Why are we even talking about Dillian White and Wilder? If you're going to relieve him of the belt, I want to see it. Let's get straight to it. Joshua didn't take no, I don't know, they said his nose might be broken. It's not broken. I mean, but other than that, he didn't take no real punishment, and he's not fighting anymore for the rest of the year. So why can't we see that? You know what I mean? But it's funny because I'm in the spotlight too. I got a voice in this boxing game, and then people always say you're biased and this, that, and whoop, right? But I don't never be putting crazy shit like that. I don't put like Joshua gonna knock so and so out in 3 rounds, but he couldn't knock Carlos Takam out, who was a late replacement, and he's 6'1.5". I mean, it's possible, but I have to see that to believe that, because a 6'1.5" dude with some good movement, less power than Wilder, was able to go 10. So I really don't see what Eddie Hearn was saying about Wilder getting knocked out. And if you're that confident, make the fight. End of. Very simple. That's an easy belt, easy victory. I'll give Joshua a ton of credit. Knock him out in 3. Go back to fucking bitches or whatever Joshua does in his spare time. Then you good. L Dog super chat from New Zealand again. $5. He said, Eagle, I gotta ask you about Murata versus Golovkin in Japan. It seems like Canelo's pushing the fight back to September. My biggest thing with that whole Murata is Ryan Murata is not a big name, at least in the States. He's coming off a Hassan Indam win. He should have won the first fight, but he avenged it and stopped Hassan Indam in the rematch. But why not fight Charlo? That's your #1 mandatory. You could fight that in Texas. Golovkin was, him and his team were scouting locations in Texas. Knock off your mandatory. You're willing to go to Japan to fight another guy who doesn't have a big presence, at least in the States. I don't know how big he is in Japan. So that just seems a little weird. And to my knowledge, that's not taking care of your mandatory situation. Murata's not his mandatory, so why not knock off if you can't get Canelo straight away, give Jacobs a rematch. We know that's going to be a good fight because the first one, if he gets past, Murata is a mandatory. For what belt? Okay, but listen, Murata just lost to Hassan Indam. Put Jamal Charlo in there with Hassan Indam the first time and tell me what you think would happen. What do y'all think would happen if Jamal Charlo fought Hassan Indam even the first time? Do you think there would have been a rematch? Honestly, Hassan Indam, he wouldn't have nothing for Charlo. I can't see that. Because, you know what I mean, Hassan Indam lost to Quillen. He lost to Lemieux, who's I like Lemieux, but he's kind of one-dimensional with his offense. Like, if he can't get you to fuck up out of there like he did Curtis Stevens, then it's kind of hard for him to put it all together to get you out of there. especially if you go in survival mode and you're not really engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like the Marcos Reyes fight. So, you know what I mean? And Hassan Endam was getting melted by Lemieux. So it put Charlo in there with a fucking Lemieux. You know what I mean? And the thing I like is the Charlos have, like, Murata, does he speak English? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know if he speak English, but I know Charlos speak English. They're kind of doing the villain role. And it's kind of like a package deal because they're twins. So even though Jermel's in a different division, their names buzzing. Their names keep buzzing because they're both doing good things and winning impressively. Do you know what I'm saying? So Jermel knocking out, it's a package deal. That's the best way to put it. It's a package deal. Jermel knocking out Erickson Lubin, that's what everybody was talking about. I didn't even, me personally, I jumped the fuck up on here and did a live stream. I didn't even care about the Lotta fight like that. I still haven't watched the Lotta fight because y'all told me not to watch it. You know what I mean? So it's like, why wouldn't, if you can't get Canelo straight away, which I understand that's a big money fight, set that straight, why would you not fight Charlo? That's a better fight than the Murata. And like I said, if Murata took two opportunities to convincingly beat Hassan Endam, David Lemieux, Quillen, they didn't take him to because they clearly beat Hassan Endam. You know what I mean? I don't think Jamal Charlo, I don't think it would have took him. I don't think there would, by the fight's end, I don't think there would have been any discrepancy if Charlo lost. So, how do you pick your mandatories? I think Charlo's a better fight for Golovkin. But once again, boxing politics always prevail. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. I've been going on for a while, and it's man, I'm out of my throat's dry. Hit the like button if you just appreciate effort, man, because this does take something to stay put, and I'm hungry and all types of shit. But it's just what goes on in boxing, basically. Politics. I think people navigate to the styles that they feel they. Pacquiao, he's famous for this. Him and his team, famous for this. They gravitate to the styles that they feel they have a better chance to beat and stay away from the other. Like, why didn't we see Pacquiao Crawford? Arum seemed like he wanted it. Crawford, post-fight, said he's down, he would move up or whatever, and we never got to see it. You know what I mean? So I think it's just the nature of the game. But see, the thing is, now since we're talking some real shit, it's kind of disappointing because Team Golovkin, they spend a lot of time on the bandwagon of nobody's trying to fight us. We're the best from this division to this division. No one's trying to fight us. These other guys are businessmen. These other guys are looking for business fights. And no, Mayweather McGregor is business fight. Is not true fight. You know what I'm saying? Not true fight for Mayweather McGregor. Canelo fighting Khan, not true fighting, just business. And these guys are clowns and businessmen and all this stuff. But then you fight Kell Brook. That wasn't a business fight. Honestly, we talking actual boxing here. The Kell Brook fight wasn't a business fight. Welterweight moving up 2 divisions last minute. You know what I mean? Going to Japan, where the Asian market is big for combat fighting sports, so maybe Murata has a fan base out there. But instead of taking a more dangerous fight, Danny Jacobs or Charlo in Texas, if you can't get Canelo, you know what I mean? It sounds like their sights are more set to go to Japan. Golovkin can get $5 million for what? Why? So, to be honest, then Golovkin's team, when they're saying everyone else is a businessman, then you're making business moves too. To go to Japan to fight a less, at least in the States, not a big name in Murata, because you feel you can get more money than taking the fights that'll prove you're the best. So what's the difference? So like I said, that's the thing that's disappointing. And Charlo is ranked on probably more sanctioning bodies and higher not just one mandatory. It's not just like he's the #1 mandatory with the WBC. We could pull up the IBF and everyone else, he'll probably be ranked because he had the IBF belt at 54. You can't blame Triple G for taking money at this point. That's bullshit. You say you can't blame him, but then he shouldn't have been on other people's cases for Canelo and shit. Why would you be on? See, this is what's wrong with boxing. New media. He's headed towards the end of the career. Then don't criticize other people for doing this. Don't criticize Floyd for coming back to rob the bank to fight McGregor. And hey, no, not true fight, not business. Don't do that. And then it wouldn't have been a problem. So that's the bullshit about boxing. You can't criticize another person for something you're doing too. That's called hypocritical. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at Canelo when he wants to fight Amir Khan, a guy he knows he's probably gonna knock out. He knows he can make a couple quick money, a little resistance. You know what I mean? Has to train at a certain level. Boom. So it's like people aren't even consistent. You know what I mean? Don't criticize Floyd Mayweather for not fighting Pacquiao when he was still making a ton of money fighting other people. He making $32 million guaranteed to fight Robert Guerrero. See, so people, that's what people do. They pick and choose when it's convenient for them. Come on, it was an amateur. You can't even spell amateur, so you're done. You can't even spell amateur. So take some night school classes, and when you learn how to spell, come back and then put your comment. But we can't take you serious. You can't. He spelled amateur with a O, like it's a car part. Like it might be the engine, might be the alternator, it might even be the amateur. I don't know. I'm gonna have to lift the hood and find out. See what it is. It might be that amateur. The fuck is an amateur? Could be the carburetor. It might be the amateur. We'll lift this hood and find out what this is. Amateur. You sound like an amateur. He spelled amateur with an O. How you laughing and I'm roasting you? Yeah, ha ha ha. Yeah, learn how to spell, man. New media. Amateur. So that's what I'm saying, man. We gotta be transparent with this stuff. And see, like even like we just gotta get back to real boxing. That's what I'm here for. Like Wilder Joshua. This is one of the easiest points you can make. Ego keeps it 100, and you know that. Shout out to the $10 super chat from Rashid Mohammed. I see you. Them yellow and them orange super chats. We working. Much love. Appreciate that. But listen to me. I'm gonna say this. Ego keeps it 101. 101, man. We like California weather. We like them high digits. 100 or above. But listen, my thing is this. And this is how you know what people are saying if they're bullshitting you. Because they say Wilder's trash, Windmill Wilder, he only fights bums. We know Joshua is not a bum. He's the guy with the most belts at heavyweight. So one of the simplest points you can make is why are you prohibiting that fight? That will be the fight for both guys that prove. Because even for Joshua, who has Klitschko, that's a great win. But Klitschko was coming off a loss and he was 41. So if he fights Wilder, you can't say Wilder's 41 and coming off of a loss, right? He's a champion and he's undefeated and he's not 41. So even if you respect Klitschko more, that would be a win for Joshua if he can beat Wilder. That you can't really, you'd be like, damn, he fought a monstrous puncher and he got him up out of there. Same thing with Wilder. If Wilder beats Joshua, there's the name that you want. That's the name you want. So it just makes no sense for you to condemn Wilder for his resume. Guys are cheating and getting taken out of contention. And then the guy who hasn't been caught for cheating, with like Anthony Joshua, who would give him that precedence, then you make an excuse why the fight shouldn't happen. And you prohibit it and you like block it in essence. How does that make sense? Like, man, Wilder sucks. He need to prove his worth. Okay, fight Povetkin. Okay, he cheats. Fight Luis Ortiz. Okay, he gets caught. outside of the rules. All right, Joshua, he hasn't been caught cheating or doing anything. He has belts. Man, fuck that. Fight Dillian White. What? How does that make any sense? It's like they want to pigeonhole you so they never have to give you credit. Yeah, Takam was getting some shots off. Wilder hits a lot different. I mean, after seeing the Robert Helenius Dillian White, I'm even more secure that I think Wilder would beat him. I don't know. Maybe Dillian White looks better because the competition is better. So maybe he can prove me wrong. But yeah, man, these fans making excuses, but then telling you to step up. It doesn't really. It's not really. It's just not registering. It doesn't really add up. You know what I mean? It's like, let's say you have a kid and you want them to fix their diet and eat more vegetables. Like, you need to start eating more vegetables. What are you doing, right? And then your kid's like, all right, I'll eat this carrot. No, don't eat that carrot. You can't. You don't deserve a carrot. All right, I'm gonna eat this corn. No, you don't deserve the corn. Like, all right, this broccoli. I'm gonna steam some broccoli. No, you can't have that. That's what these fans do. Like, so wait, you want your kid to eat vegetables to make them healthier, right? But every vegetable they choose, you make a dumbass excuse why they shouldn't deserve it, or they were bad in school so they don't get the corn on the cob, or you don't get broccoli, you don't get to eat this. Like, it's like, then you don't really want that. You clearly don't want that, because if you wanted your kid to eat vegetables, you're not gonna shoot down the vegetables that give them the most nutrients or whatever. You guys get the analogy. This was a fun boxing talk, man. I'm about to get out, eat. Let me know what you guys think. I just want to see good fights, people. Shout out to Super Chats. Y'all definitely held it down. I think I got a Venmo while I was on here. It flashed them like too quick, so I couldn't see the alert. There's a PayPal or a Venmo or something. Fans should really be pushing for it. These are the fights that mean the most. And again, if you are a true boxing fan, you can't make it make sense to me why you wouldn't want to see your fighter like, even like for me, I tell you guys all the time, growing up, Roy Jones Jr. was that dude to me. Didn't I just say that? This would hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all. Did I just say that? Cause I know some of y'all ain't following me on see the little face swap I did. Some of y'all ain't following me on Instagram.
Hear nothing else. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. I told you I didn't want to go back to the old RJ because I would have killed that boy by mistake. You got 2 gold medalists, Guillermo Rigondeaux, Lomachenko. Rigondeaux was at 122, Lomachenko 126. Why ain't he fight? Why? Right now, you got different issues. You got players taking knee, Donald Trump say what they want. Obama couldn't do that. You had Barack Obama here in the White House, he couldn't just say what they want. He got to watch what he said. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do it. Hear nothing else.
Oh, wait, hear nothing else.
I didn't want to have to do this.
See? That's my little Roy Jones impersonation, you know. I didn't want to have to do it. Donald Trump, he said whatever he want. Barack Obama couldn't do that. So anyway, the reason I brought up Roy Jones is this. I was confident that no matter who you put in front of him, Roy was going to see him, right? What happened to those types of fans? Same thing with Mike Tyson. Whether I was right or wrong, I thought he was going to beat Lennox Lewis. I thought Roy Jones, I'm like, damn, ain't nobody going to beat this dude. You know what I'm saying? But you got diehard UK fans who love AJ, love what he represents and stuff like that. But then they're like, nah, fuck Wilder. He don't get a shot. You don't get a shot. Like, what? You should ride with your person. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was coming up, I thought couldn't nobody beat my dude. I thought nobody was going to see Roy Jones. I wasn't chicken fighting. You know what I mean? But I guess maybe it's the millennial, sensitive, fragile millennial generation. So shit is different. But I think that's what you should do. Like, people want to preach loyalty and patriotism. And, yeah, for the UK. That's cool. But that should be even more reason why you want to see that. Because you know Joshua, if Joshua knocks out Wilder, wow, his star power grows. So why would you want to see that? Why wouldn't you want to see that? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? But like I said, maybe it's just a different era of fans. But I could have swore that wasn't nobody beating my people. You know what I mean? Like, people who from Mexico or something that they're fans of Julio Cesar Chavez, they're like, put Pernell Whitaker. We don't give a fuck who you put in there. Meldrick Taylor, Chavez Sr. finna see him. Chavez Sr. got this. You know what I mean? But it's like fans aren't confident. Fans turn into promoters and businessmen and women now. You know what I mean? Like, man, fuck Wilder. He got to go through these steps if he wants that Joshua. Like, who are you? You Joshua's attorney? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, you should want that. And once again, name a bigger fight. Joshua, if he knocked out Wilder, 6'7", a guy an inch taller than him with that massive power, or Carlos Takam, who's been knocked out by Povetkin, what would impress you more? What would you give him more credit for? Honestly. Would you be like, God damn, Joshua just knocked out Takam? Or, God damn, Joshua knocked out Wilder? And I think we all know the answer to that. Something happened with the chat. I can't see no more responses. I'm about to get out of here anyway. But yeah, the chat just, I guess, froze. That was weird. I couldn't see anything. Yeah, we all know the answer to the question. But it's been real. Shout out to Super Chats, the engagement. Yeah, everybody's chat just stopped. Ego fucked up my study break with these live streams. I'm gonna let you get right back to it. We working. You sound stupid, Carlton. You Carlton from Fresh Prince, a fucking dork. Your comment sounds stupid. He said he'll give AJ more credit for stopping Takam than Wilder. Whatever. Takam is 6'1.5" to Joshua's 6'6". Wilder's 6'7" with monstrous power. Probably the biggest puncher in boxing. But I'm out. I'm about to go eat. Make sure y'all like the video, catch the replay. That's my thoughts on the fight. Hopefully we're gonna see Wilder next week, see what he's talking about. Y'all want me to cover that fight, it looks like. We working. Peace out, y'all.